prison of our minds.
Consume us all. Consume us all.
Good morning, traders. Good morning. Let's light this candle. Let's light this candlestick. It is currently 7:15 a.m. Eastern time. Ready to rock and roll, ready for day two. We have day two here. Let's kick things on off right here and right now. Yesterday, we came on in, brand new setup, brand new computer, brand new everything. I did work on the low latency. So again, things should be a little quicker, not as much of a delay today. I want to make sure everyone's having a smooth experience. I want you guys, again, waking up right now and just saying to yourself, man, it's nice and good to be able to wake up with such a nice, calm attitude. That's what we're all about here, guys. We're about easing into the day. Just ease into it. Just relax. Just ease into the day a little bit. That's what today's all about. Let's get ready to rumble. Traders, if you guys have not yet, smash that thumbs on up right here and right now. If you guys have not yet, drop a comment in the chat. Show me that you're here. Show me that you're live. Show me that you're ready for success. That's what I want from every single person at this moment. I want to make sure every single trader is ready to go. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be an absolutely incredible moment. Now, we're going to break down everything as always, step by step, making sure everyone is all set, ready to go. We got OLMA, CANF. Guys, CANF right now, a little bit of hype. CNF, a little bit of a buying volume right now at this moment. Let's just see at this time here. I want to see CANF. CANF, guys, had news 19 minutes ago. So again, CANF had some news 19 minutes ago, starting to squeeze, starting to spike, starting to rip. That stock's gone from 40 cents and ripped all the way up towards around 60 cents. So OLMA, this is the interesting one. It does not have any sort of news. CANF does have news behind it. RYAT, nothing there. LOBO, nothing there. GRRR, nothing there. ARVN at this time. And we're taking a look over on this play. ARVN had news 1 week ago, but what it is doing, it is breaking out of all of its indicators. So if you took a screenshot, let's say, of the daily chart, and you guys could see we are above its 50-day moving average, we are above its 13 EMA, and we are above its 200-day moving average, it's almost like it has the perfect setup to explode. This is what we call a gap to fill. Notice what's happening right here, traders. When we take a look over on ARVN, if you look at the daily chart, you put a horizontal resistance line across the board at the price around 1050. You could see 1050, strong resistance. We have not been able to get back above 1050 since early April this year. And then finally, we are breaking 1050. We're breaking 1050 above the 50-day, above the 200-day, and above the 13 EMA, which is basically giving us the trifecta of success. The trifecta of success here, where we are having these plays now move and run and rip and climb all the way on up. So that's what I want for every single person. That's what I want you guys to understand, that ARVN right now is looking fantastic. ARVN right now is looking great. Even though it does not have any sort of room, the potential is there. Okay? So if you're asking me, Deck, what are the top 3 plays going into this day? I would say at this moment, ARVN is looking great. OLMA is looking absolutely great. CANF has potential, as it does have news behind it. Okay? Those are the top dogs at this moment. Let me, I just want to make sure we are all set here. Hey, good morning to everyone. Good morning to everyone. Woo! It's going to be one of those good days that, again, you just wake up and you're feeling a little spicy. You wake up, you feel a little spicy. You wake up, you start saying to yourself, oh, we might get some action here today. 720 in the market right here. Let me, hold on. I got to adjust my filters. 0 to 20 million in float. 0 to 20 million in float. We will be all ready to rock and roll. Put this on back. And now again, we have all of the scans that we need. Let's just make sure we aren't missing anything. Blueprint Trades, is the Tradecaster feed not working? I got it on YouTube, but not Tradecaster. Let me double check something real quick. Hold on. I'll take a look. Let me double check here something real quick. Shout out to everyone joining us, though, on this day. I hope you guys are ready to make some money. I will say, little heads on up, I probably will start shorting OLMA if we hit a new high. Like, I had short orders, guys, at $24. We came up to $23.84. Like, we came up to $23.84. I had my first short order at $24. So right now, I am not filled on this play. But I do want you guys to just be aware that this is a play that I definitely have a lot of potential towards. I like it a lot. I want to see if the stock is going to be able to get any sort of big ripping and running. Shareable link. There you go. So guys, I think the TradeCaster feed wasn't working before. Little heads on up because of all those power outlets. Did you guys see? Like, X was down, Amazon was down. We saw so many different sites not working. Did you guys realize that? So many different sites weren't working. So many sites were like down. For some reason or another, they are fixed now, which is good. But there were a lot of sites that were like Twitter wasn't working. Like, I haven't refreshed my Twitter yet. And you could see I logged in this morning and this is what it said. Something went wrong. Try reloading. Now we are working. Now it is back. But I don't know if there was a server attack, if there was an issue, if there was a hack. Guys, imagine someone hacking X. Imagine someone hacking Amazon. I mean, I could definitely think, like, we could possibly see like some sort of crack or drop or whatever. And I think actually right now, is X still down? Did X re-drop right now? Because something went wrong. Refresh. Look at I'm even refreshing. It's still not working. So I still think X is down. I think X is back down. I think X came back up for a second, and now it's still not working. So I think X is down this morning, guys. Little heads up for everyone. So yeah, Cloudflare having some issues. Now, traders, this is the thing over on OLMA. OLMA is up 145% this morning. We have gone from $8.45 and has spiked up to $23. Let's figure out why. Okay? Because right here, traders, we can see top gaining stocks. Top gaining stocks here. OLMA, CANF, ASBP. These are the best plays this morning. OLMA, CANF, ASBP. These are stocks that are gapping up the highest. But you guys can see right here, we don't really have anything that's gapping up huge off of news. There's no play right now that is gapping huge off of news at this time. There's no giant news winner so far. So we are kind of waiting to see like what stock is going to start breaking on out. We can see CANF, right? CANF has a 9-year survival data. That one did come on out. We are going to continue to keep our eyes peeled on that to see if that one starts getting a spike. We have some main headlines of today. OLMA is up 172% and climbing. Here's why. OLMA is still climbing this morning. So let's kind of dive into this. No news. There was no press release on the stock today, but they did have a press release last week. Several analysts on OLMA as a buy have a fair high price target of example $23 consensus targets despite current share price being lower. Institutional ownership is high, 91.8% per source. There's recent collaboration with Pfizer. OLMA is coming off a low 52-week low. So, and this was the last press release on November 10th. So again, a lot of great data right here, at least. You know, when we're taking a look over on OLMA. OLMA up 72%. No press release this morning. But they do have a buy rating. They do have a kind of collaboration with Pfizer. They are coming off some 52-week lows. This did have a press release on November 10th, right? So we will, again, just be aware of what we have at this moment. But there's nothing that's like jumping off the board just yet. And that's great because it shows that, again, we have the entire day ahead of us. It's showing us that we have the entire day saying anything that comes on out is going to be in front of us from this point forward. And that's awesome. So let's just make sure we're not missing anything. Guys, OLMA, I will look to get filled on this play if we start going 24, 25, 26. I really think the best way for me to trade, the way that I want to trade, is I think I just want to do 100 shares every $1. New high of the day, 24, 100 shares. 25, 100 shares. 26, 100 shares. 27, 100 shares. The thing is, traders, we have already gone from $8 to $23. Most plays do not just consistently go 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. But I don't want to just load up 1,000 shares at $24 because I don't know how high this can go. And this stock could easily squeeze up towards new highs. So I am thinking we wait to a new high of the day and then we just do 100 shares every $1. That's kind of like how I want to play the stock. That's kind of how I want to get involved on this play. But right now I'm going to cancel all orders. I'm going to, right here, traders, I'm going to just cancel all orders at this time. I do have, again, order 100 shares at, again, the price of 24, 25. I'm just going to cancel these right now. Let's just see if we get a spike, and then we can start getting involved over on these plays. Right now, I am not in anything. Yesterday was a great day. On the live stream, I was able to make $900+. That was awesome. Now let's see if we can keep on doing it. So, as we wait for OLMA to possibly go on a spike, let's get everyone prepared on some other things. Traders, some really cool updates. I think things that every single trader should know at this moment. Number one, what stocks are NVIDIA currently buying? Now you might say, what do you mean NVIDIA? NVIDIA is a company. Guys, companies invest into other companies. That's what they like to do. Other companies, when they find value, when they see value, they say, let's go buy that company. Let's buy part of that company. Let's buy public shares of that company. So NVIDIA, the number one most valuable company in the world, is purchasing these stocks. Let's take a look. We have 86% of NVIDIA's portfolio is in CRWV. That's why CRWV is so loved. CRWV is a play that so many traders like and so many traders enjoy because NVIDIA, out of their investment portfolio, 86% is involved in CRWV. That's kind of nuts, guys, right? You know how much confidence that NVIDIA is putting in on CRWV then? How much confidence is that saying that we are going to put 70% of what we invest in CRWV? Now, CRWV, when this news first came out in April, the stock exploded. Since then, look at this. It's all the way back down to $73. I mean, if you really like CRWV, I would probably say the best dip buy is back down towards like 60. If you can get a $60 dip buy, I do think that's excellent. If you can get a $60 dip buy, I think that is an absolutely incredible dip buy. That's an old spiking high when it first came on out. And again, you're going to have these old resistance lines as support. So that's absolutely great. Little side note, I do see OLMA trying to squeeze a little bit, guys. Let's go back to OLMA here for a moment. OLMA trying to squeeze its way on up. OLMA trying to get a little bit of hyping, trying to get a little bit of action. So right here, traders, this stock is still trying to pop itself on up a little bit. OLMA. Let's switch on over towards, can we do like a 2-minute time frame? Let's go to like a 2-minute time frame right now. We got up towards 24.29 so far. Can we squeeze and break this? I would love to. I mean, traders, there's a few different ways that you can kind of figure out the best short. Number one, we do have our base trend line. This is our base trend line right here, our uptrend. A lot of people would say, hey, when we crack this uptrend, that's when we're bearish. Obviously, we're not going to wait until a stock goes from $24 all the way down to $17. It's most likely going to get a bounce play off this area. You know what I mean? Most likely we'll have a bounce play off this area. The better thing to do is kind of look for more of a steep uptrend. Right here, if you're saying, what is like the current uptrend that's a little too steep? That would be this uptrend. So in my eyes, I'd be saying to myself, anything that is above that steep trend line is going to be considered bullish. So we are bullish as long as we stay above this area. If we start going underneath this area, that's when we are going to start being bearish. So basically, underneath this steep line is where we are going to start being bearish. And that's where I see it, right? So right now, traders, top resistance, $24. Comes on up, top resistance, $24.29. Are we going to squeeze, hammer through this, and get like the next leg on up? Or are we just going to gravitate around like $24, $25, maybe form a little wedge pattern, and then eventually get that crack? What do you guys think that's going to happen? What are your thoughts right now? What are your thoughts at this moment? OLMA at this time, trying to build up some higher lows. OLMA at this time, stock again hitting these top resistance lines. OLMA at this time, stock is again having this uptrend, getting tighter and tighter and tighter inside the squeeze potential. Let's get ready to rock. Deck, what are you drinking this morning? Tequila. That's it. Right now, we are ready to go. All right, to be honest, it's not just tequila. There's tequila in there, and then again, there's 7 Red Bulls. 7 Red Bulls, tequila, and maybe just a little drop of DMT. Let's see if OLMA is going to get a little crazy here. Deck INM just came out with all-timers news. INM, all-timer news, just came on out. If INM starts breaking through again $2, we might be able to see some hype. So INM, some all-timer news just came on out. And we'll keep our eyes peeled on that to see if that one starts getting any sort of momentum. So again, we did have 730 just happen. Again, I'm not seeing anything too big right now. DGNX, like when did that one come out? I don't see any sort of big news. Like our number one top gainer so far, our number one top gainer at this moment, we aren't seeing much, right? Like, I mean, our number one top gainer out of news isn't anything big. Obviously, our number one top gainer in general, which is OLMA, is going crazy. But as of now, every single trader, if you are interested in some hot news, INM is starting to build on up at this moment. And then we do have DGNX, which is trying to build. CANF, LOBO. Guys, look at OLMA right now. I mean, this thing is just, I want to hear from you guys. OLMA right now at this moment is getting tighter and tighter and tighter inside of its wedge. We are getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter inside of its wedge right now. OLMA stock is again moving itself tighter and tighter and tighter. Look at this, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. As the stock gets into the corner of the triangle, that's where a breakout happens. So we are most likely going to consolidate for the next 10 minutes or so before we get that potential squeeze. So I want to hear from you. There are multiple different ways to trade this stock, and I will tell you guys exactly how right now. Okay? So this is the beautiful thing about stock trading, is that there are multiple ways to be able to trade a play. You guys just have to, again, know how to do it the right way. Let me show you exactly how. Right now, OLMA is currently up 167%. Every single trader wants to make the right move on OLMA. We know we could short it. There are shorts available, aka we bet against it. A stock could easily fall after spiking 170%, or we could buy it for the next leg on up. This is how you want to do it, okay? When you take a look over on OLMA, let's say you are leaning more towards the dip buy opportunity. Okay, deck, I want to look for a dip buy. Number one, you can say dip buy opportunity was right off this trend line. Dip buy opportunity was right off this trend line. Next dip buy opportunity will be off that trend line. If you are looking for a dip buy opportunity off that trend line, you are then going to set a stop loss right underneath the trend line. So as long as the trend line holds, you are going to be bullish. Because let's say worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, all of a sudden the stock comes on down towards that purple line, you get filled, and then all of a sudden stop losses get hit and the stock cracks and dumps. That's obviously not fun. But the fact is, you are getting in at the lowest area possible with a very tight stop loss. This is now going to put the odds in your favor. The odds in your favor and allowing you to be a trader for a long time. Because if you lose, you are going to only lose this much. If you win, you are going to have all this room to run back on up, plus the possible breakout. So the secret of stock trading is about getting good entries. The secret of stock trading is not about saying, what's the best math algorithm I can think of? That's not even a thing. We got to think about what is the best entry that can limit our risk. Dip buy, dip buy, dip buy with, again, a very close stop loss. Now, let's say the stock starts moving itself on up. I will say the next area that you can get yourself involved in is looking for shorts at the top here, looking for shorts at the top here, and looking for shorts at the top here. Now, it's the same thought process as before. Stop loss if you short, and again, the stock breaks on out. So if the stock breaks on out, you are again getting out of this play because it's not worth again holding if the stock does go on that nice squeeze. So no matter what, if you are a shorter or if you are a buyer, you're shorting at highs looking for drops. If you're a buyer, you're looking to buy at the bottom with a stop loss looking for that rip and run. Now, I cannot guarantee you're going to be correct, but if you are wrong, you're going to take very small losses. And look at what we have here, guys. Yippee-ki-yay. Yippee-ki-yay! Notice OLMA starting to squeeze. Notice OLMA trying to get that rip and run. So right now, OLMA trying to get some hype. Let's see here. So notice OLMA right here, traders. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely beautiful. Nice squeeze. Nice spike. And this thing is still ripping and running at this time. So, I mean, we got OLMA at this moment up 192%. And obviously, this thing can keep on going. There's not much that's slowing down the stock. There's not much that's slowing down this play right here. So OLMA, as the stock continues to climb, as the stock continues to rip, as the stock continues to move itself on up, there's not much slowing down it just yet. Who here is on the long side on OLMA? Who here is saying, Deck, I bought in back on down near, again, the price of $22. Deck, again, I bought in at the break of $24. Hey, Deck, I'm in at the price of $20. Right now, traders, it's still trying to move itself on up. Can we be able to continuously squeeze? We got up towards the price of $26.30 so far. We do have support now at the low $24. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's get ourselves pumped on up. Get ourselves jacked on up on the day. See if OLMA can keep on squeezing. See if OLMA can keep on ripping and running. But I mean, sometimes you just got to watch and see how much higher a play can go up to. What's your target? If I had to say what's a realistic target at this point, 28, 29? We break 29, 31, 32? So traders, right now, OLMA still trying to squeeze and still trying to push itself on up here. No, again, fresh news. We got DGNX, APLM. Don't got to worry about news right now. We really don't have to worry about news at this moment. Don't got to worry about news because, again, you know, we still got 7:45. We have a couple drizzlers that may come on through that might get a spike. And then really, other than that, we're just going to be waiting and watching to see if we get that, you know, $28 break. All eyes this morning over on OLMA. AM Trader, Deck, this is the one and only play. I agree with you. Anyone think that this could possibly be an upper shadow top? Sometimes, traders, just a little heads on up for anyone who does not know. And sometimes you have these nice upper shadows. So let's just type in on Google, upper shadow candlestick. So if you type in an upper shadow candlestick, a lot of times an upper shadow is going to indicate the top of a spike. So like it says, long upper shadow, meaning and definition. So basically you have a candle. When you have, this is a great picture right here. Let me see if I'm blocking all of it out. Yeah. So what we have right here is this. I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger. Every single time you see an upper shadow, it usually indicates we're at or near a top. Upper shadow, reversal. Upper shadow, reversal. Upper shadow, reversal. Upper shadow, reversal. An upper shadow usually means that a stock spiked, and then now it's going to be giving a lot back. It couldn't hold up its gains. Let's look through the top gainers real quick and see if we can just find any like quick little upper shadows. I mean, look at CANF. CNF, notice we spiked on up. We have this big, long upper shadow. And now, again, the stock is starting to reverse itself back on down. Take a look at what we have right here. Let's keep on going through this. See what else we have. If there's any kind of clear. I mean, even like GRR, right? GRR. See that nice, upper shadow? A lot of times it indicates that we're at or near a top, and then the stock starts falling its way back on down. So OLMA, this is not the biggest upper shadow in the world. It's really not. But there is an upper shadow here. Now, let's see if this thing gets filled on up and the stock squeezes on up towards around some new highs. But I would say regardless, there is a little bit of an upper shadow here. Could be a sign that a reversal is going to be coming. Is the background music too loud? Guys, you guys tell me, where's the perfect amount? Is this the perfect amount? Again, I don't want the background music to be blaring. I just kind of want it out there. And again, still kind of feeling this new setup right here. How's this? I kind of dropped it on down a little bit. Want you to be able to hear it, want you to be engaged, want you to be, again, fired up, but at the same time, I don't want it overcoming, overshadowing, again, this voice. Good amount right now? Cool. All right, thank you. The magic number is 20. 20 is the magic number. You guys, let me know when it's too loud. I think right now it's good. How about right now? Is this good? How about right now? Can you guys hear me? OLMA trying to still get a little bit of a squeeze. Guys, OLMA still trying to squeeze right here. Oh, I am waiting for the short. I'll be honest. I am waiting for the short. I feel a little uncomfortable buying this one on the long side. Would you guys agree? I feel a little uncomfortable buying this one on the long side at the moment. Guys, little heads on up. X is still down. X is still down. Little heads up for all traders. Still watching OLMA. How much more does this have in the tank? Part of me wants to at least, start getting ready for some shorts, guys. But it's like, how much more is left? We had upper shadow spike. Upper shadow spike. Is it going to get another attempt? Is this play going to get another attempt? Is this play going to try to squeeze again one more time here? Guys, here comes a little bit of a pop. All right, we're going. Next leg. Guys, little heads on up. I am still not filled on anything. My position box is 0 out of 0. Deck, where would you start getting filled? I would start getting filled maybe 28.50. Maybe again like 28, 28.60 area. Maybe my first 100 shares. 28.60, maybe my first 100 shares. 29.90. Like, I would spread them out pretty good, because I don't want to get squeezed and get absolutely dominated on this play. So I'm thinking maybe $28.50, $29, $31. Have a cost basis that's like, if the stock ever does go crazy, I don't need to fear. Right now we're up 217%, and this play is still gone, pretty extraterrestrial. This one can keep on going. So I would only do 100 shares at a time. Do it, spread it out, not within the same dollar. $28 do one. $29 do one, $30 do one. And if the stock gets some sort of squeeze and reversal, you know what? We are going to be getting filled, and we'll be able to make some great cash. So again, first entry I think would be right around like $28.60. $28.60 traders I think is a good first little starting price for myself at least, and then go from there. I'm again bringing over my position board so you guys can see it. Let me actually again adjust this. I'll make this a little bit bigger so that you guys can see everything. Shares, average cost, realized gain, unrealized, boom, boom, boom. Okay, awesome. Let's even get a little bit more hype. Come on, OLMA. Yeah, I know there's not much news so far today. It really has just been the pure OLMA show so far. It really has been the pure OLMA show. Now, we got up to 28.30 so far. My first entry, as I said, was going to be in, again, 28.60. So I did not get filled on my first entry. Now, this is a part, and I know you guys have probably gone through this before as well. This is a part of stock trading where sometimes my emotions start eating at me. Because right now, guys, my emotions are starting to eat at me a little bit. You might say, what do you mean? What I mean by this is I'm sitting here realizing that we have a stock that's up 215%. We have a stock at this moment that has already gone from $8 to $28. I do not want to miss the pullback. I do not want to miss the sell-off. I do not want to miss the drop. And now, again, we just went up to $28. Now we're going down to 27. Now we're going down to 26. Now we could possibly be seeing 25. I know even if I have 100, 200 shares, this could make me $1,000, $2,000. So the thing is, traders, I definitely want to try to start getting filled before the reversal happens. But is the smart move to wait for another new high, $28.60, $29, $30, $33? Or do I sit back and wait? Or do I jump the gun now and say, Deck, the stock is already up 200%. I don't know if we are going to see a new high. I don't know if we are going to get to those new levels. So that's where, again, you have to find balance. Has anyone ever gone through that before? Has anyone ever gone through the phase where a stock keeps going higher and higher and higher and you don't know if you should buy it or not? And then it goes higher and then you're like, I should have bought it. And then it goes higher and you're like, I should have bought it. And then it goes up even higher and then you buy it at the very tippity top. A lot of times it's when you are ready to buy, go ahead and buy. I think the smartest thing for me to do is keep my entries. Don't chase this play. If I get filled at a new high of the day, I'm getting filled at the highest point possible. If, again, the stock falls on down and I don't get filled, I don't lose any money. I like strategies, guys. I like strategies that the best case scenario is I get filled at the exact area I want. And the worst case scenario is I don't get filled and I don't lose any money. That's a pretty good way to trade, don't you guys think? So OLMA, again, just a little heads up for everyone that's just joining us for this moment. There is no news. We had some news on November 10th. There is, again, talks of a partnership with Pfizer. It is the trade right now that every day trader is waking up and looking at. Everyone's waking up this morning and saying, oh, OLMA, that's the stock, that's the trade, that's the play that everyone should be on top of. So it's like right now we're kind of bottlenecked. Every person in the world who wants to trade stocks, every retail trader, OLMA is your only option. You're either waking up and you're buying OLMA or you're waking up and you're shorting OLMA. Those are your only two options. There's nothing else I see at this moment. There's nothing great. CANF had a quick little spike and a quick little dump. RYET doesn't have anything going towards it. LOBO doesn't have anything going. SOLT, there's no plays that are going nuts. DGNX right now, nothing crazy is happening at this time, right? So it's like, we want to kind of be waiting and watching and seeing what we have. So right now, let's see where OLMA is going to be continuously squeezing and spiking towards. Just staying alert, staying ready. No putting myself in any bad positions at all. Let's see here. Deck, there actually is news today. What do we have news-wise? What does this say? It says, news-wise, Roche, an OTCQX unit announced on Tuesday a selective estrogen receptor reached the main goal in phase 3, boosting shares of OLMA, which is advancing in a similar treatment. Okay, so a little heads on up. This is why OLMA is moving. Okay? So OLMI, just a little heads on up. This is why it's moving. So if you guys need to write this down, write this down. OLMA is moving because another company that is working on a similar treatment has now succeeded in what they are trying to do. So OLMA is almost like a sympathy play. It didn't do anything. It's just in the same field. So it says, Roche announced on Tuesday that a selective estrogen receptor reached and the main goal in phase 3 trial for breast cancer, boosting shares of OLMA, which is a similar treatment. So it's almost like this, guys. We almost have a sympathy play, which is like, imagine if Tesla said we have an electric vehicle, a brand new electric vehicle, and it goes on a big spike. Other electric vehicle companies also go on a big spike. So is there any news from OLMA today? The answer is no. There is no news from OLMA today. There's news on an OTC stock that had success in a similar field. So it's like OLMA, this is still fluff. This is still nothing. This still doesn't mean anything in any sort of way, right? So it's like, but like, it's just, it has a similar field. Right now here, team OLMA. Starting to get a little bull flag pattern. OLMA right here. Maybe a little bit of a bull flag right here. Let's see if the stock is going to get tighter and tighter and tighter. Let's see. Again, this one is starting to drop here slightly. Anyone getting ready for their shorts? Anyone in on shorts right now? If you guys are in shorts right now, it's not a bad idea. We might get the crack here pretty soon. And if we do start cracking, we're going all the way back on down to this purple line. Deck, where is the best short that, we could feel confident about? I mean, back on up towards this orange line. We're starting to crack. We're getting a little bit of a crack right now. We got up towards a high of 28.32. 28.32. Getting a little bit of this drop. $25 going to be holding up as a little bit of support. Next strong resistance area, 26.50. Guys, are shorts starting to take over? Now, the thing is, you are still bullish. You are still very bullish at this time. You are still in the green. You are still holding on up at this moment. Still green, still bullish. But the thing is, let me actually reverse this. Let me put this here. Let me put this down here. And these are the major areas. Main support, 24.50. Top resistance, $26.90, $27. Let's connect the dots, though. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. We do have, again, a brand new downtrend with an uptrend forming. Brand new triangle starting to form right now. Brand new triangle starting to form. There's your game plan. Same exact thing as we said before. If you want to buy it, look to dip buy back down to $24.20. You want to short it, look to short it above $26. Where's a great little short? Again, you can start with shorts. What's this red line? This red line is 26.80. Traders, I'm actually thinking about getting ready for some possible shorts on this play. Just in case, as long as it stays underneath the red line. If it goes above the red line, you got to get out. But I'm thinking about at least giving it some chances, Thinking about getting ready to give the stock some chances as long as we stay underneath the red line. We go above the red line, get out, move on. But if I could kind of load the boat right next to the red line, get ready for the possible sell-off, I'll do that. Also, heads on up here, traders. News does come on out. News does come on out here, team, in the next 3 minutes. Also, is X back up or is X still down? X is still down for me. Oh, hold on. It might be back up now. I think X is finally back up. Yep, X is back up, guys. So the cloud flare, that was a little tricky, but we are all good. Traders, I might have just gotten filled on my trade. Hold on, let me check it out. Yes, team, I did just get filled. First trade I'm in on. First trade I am in on the day. Let me explain this to you right here. First trade, deck, I just got filled. Why did you just get filled? I want to go over this start to finish. The reason why I just got filled is because I am seeing the red top resistance line holding up as the short entry. We hit the red downtrend, we reversed. 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 So as long as we stay underneath the price around $27, I'm good to hold. If the stock breaks $27, unfortunately, I'm probably going to get out. And that's just smart trading. Traders, I'm not trying to do anything special. Okay? So I do have my first trade on the day. But all I'm saying to myself is, hey, if you're saying, what is this guy doing? This guy realizes that, okay, we have shorts. So not what I want right there. We have shorting opportunities right here, shorting opportunities right here, shorting opportunities right here. How low can the stock fall on down to? Well, the stock could go back down to this purple line right here, could go down to this purple line down here. So that's all I'm looking at to see if we are going to get a reverse, going to see if we get a drop. And you know what? I could be able to either A, continue to hold on to this play, or B, when I'm happy with some profits, lock in some gains. Maybe if this thing cracks underneath, $26, I can lock in some profits. So we are going to see. Now, if it does start breaking 27, I will just get out. Because it's not worth it for me to hold OLMA if this thing squeezes to like $30 plus. Am I right, guys? If this play squeezes to $30 plus, I'm going to lose $1,000. So if, again, we stay underneath this red line, I'm happy. If it starts breaking the red line, got to move on. Keep it nice and tight. Makes sense, everyone? Not trying to do anything crazy. Just trying to be a smart trader. Not trying to do anything crazy. Just, again, be a trader that, has a plan. There's the first little reversal. OLMA currently up $231. Come on. Stay underneath. That's what we want. We want, again, OLMA right here to just kind of stay underneath that red area. If we can crack 26, that would be great. Guys, got to get out. Out. OLMA, out. OLMA, stop loss hit, out. Notice, though, I lost. You see that? Everyone sees that. Guess what's happening? I'm not being crazy. I'm not doing something I shouldn't be doing. I am not holding this play and saying to myself, oh, hey, Deck, you're holding the stock. Guys, stop loss is hit. I'm out. I don't mind showing successful losses. You might say, Deck, what's a successful loss? A successful loss is, again, jumping out on a play and losing the bare minimum. Not getting squeezed by this giant, again, breakout. This is what I call a successful loss. You know why? I could have been down $2,000, $3,000 if I didn't have discipline. I could have been down massive right now if I didn't have discipline to say, break of 27, I'm out. So again, even though it sounds silly, I'm proud of that loss. Even though it sounds silly, I'm proud of this play right now. We had the game plan broke, moved on, kept my losses to a minimum. That's a successful loss right there. Now, Deck, what's next? Well, again, right now we're still spiking, we're still ripping, still running. Where would, again, you look for your next possible entry? I would say like 33, 34. I'm waiting for, again, new highs. 33, 34, 35. That's where I like the next shorting opportunities. Stock is now up 254%. Shorting at the very tippity top, 100 shares at a time. Right? That's kind of what I'm sticking with. Guys, 8 o'clock news is starting to come out right now. 8 o'clock news is starting to come on out. Let's go over and check that out here. Let's just make sure we're not missing anything. 8 o'clock news starting to come on out. Repurchase USAQ. I just want to see if anything is going big. Guys, let's work together. If you guys see anything coming out that's massive right now, go ahead. We do have announces initiation of phase 2 trials. That's not positive data. That's initiation, which means they're just starting. Receiving clearance on TLN. Let me just see right here. Nothing right there just yet. FDA meeting. MYNZ says it enters into an agreement in South Africa. Let's see this one real quick. MYSZ. Nope, nothing there right now. What about LPCN promising safety profile on phase 3? So I'm just kind of bouncing around right now. I want to just see if anything does come on out here. That's nice. LPCN, maybe. Keep that one on the back burner right now over on LPCN. LPCN, maybe. LPCN's a maybe, guys. 3-star press release, phase 3. Let's see if anything is looking big, if anything is taken on off. EDBL. EDBL, new poultry dish hits Walmart stores. So being in Walmart, sometimes, again, you get a lot of hype and get a lot of momentum. Because, again, you're getting extra distribution. You're getting extra eyes. So maybe EDBL can maybe get a little bit of hype. EDBL could get a little bit of momentum. I'm not seeing anyone post anything either at 8 o'clock. So Fox Runner here giving us every single 8 o'clock press release. We aren't seeing much. Right now, it's still all the attention is over on OLMA. We did have a CANF press release, a little heads on up. But right now here, traders, still all attention is over on OLMA. Let's see here. CANF, no. RYT, no. LOBO, no. NITO, no. DGNX, keep your eyes peeled. Like, DGNX, keep it on the back burner here, right? Same exact thing with, you know, COCH. Maybe check out COCH, see if that one has some news. But we are absolutely good. We know the number one play right now is OLMA. We know that this is where the hype's at. We know that this is where the eyes are at. We know that this is where the attention's at. Maybe we're going to get a couple little scramblers coming on in. CHR, keep that one on watch. But I would say right now, MYNZ. Keep it on the back burner. Might get a little bit of attention. But as of now, it really seems like the majority of traders, the majority of the hype, the majority of the action, the majority of momentum, it is all focused over here for, again, that $30 break. So OLMA, we're back to this play. Hey, good morning to absolutely everybody. I hope you guys are fired up. I hope you guys are jacked on up. I hope you guys are feeling good. Smash that thumbs up right now. Let me see you excited. Let me see you getting it going. Right now, traders, the only stock I said watch was MYNZ. Stock is trying to get a little hype. It's up 15%. So again, that one's starting to kind of die on off a little bit. But as you guys can see, that's the only one that has like entered into agreement. I would say, again, it's on watch. Is it worthy to be aware of? Of course. But it's not doing anything crazy. CHR also, again, had a little hype towards it. MYNZ is giving a little bit of a back. OLMA right now, traders. OLMA. Let's see if this thing can pop on up here. Traders, OLMA starting to drop on down here slightly. Could OLMA start getting its reversal here soon? What do you guys think? What do you guys think right now? OLMA. Do we get ready for the next possible short? Because we have a 240% stock at this moment. OLMA is up 240%. We have a play that is up technically on no news whatsoever. Can we just get that squeeze? Can we get one final squeeze? Again, I want to try to nail the top out of this play. I do. I want to be able to nail the top out of this play. Mike Stuff. Hey, Quest Trade's phone line is down. I can't cover my position. What can I do? I mean, that's pretty crazy. Guys, what would you guys do? You're in on a short. You short a play and your broker's phone line is down. You short a play and your broker, again, you can't get in contact with them. I mean, if it is truly you cannot get into contact with them, if it is truly their fault, they should have to refund you and pay for your loss. So that's what it should be. If you cannot contact it, so again, like that's the thing. You should always, if they, and again, sometimes brokers mess up. Brokers mess up. But the thing is, if they are in the wrong, they should refund the loss. OLMA right here, traders. Got up to 31.50. Deck, where's your next shorting opportunities? Next shorting opportunities for me, I'm going 33, 33.50, 33.90, 34, 34.80, 35. Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking next. See if we can, see if we get that pop and that rip and that run. Maybe that one last little $5 squeeze. What do you guys think? Can we get that? That last little $5 squeeze here? Guys, is X back down again? I think X is back down again. Like, look at this, guys. It's back down again. Try reloading. I still can't get it. So it comes back for little sprees here and there. And then it's, I believe it's back on down here once again. I like X. I get a lot of, you know, like data. I do a lot of research there. Figure a lot of things out. Let's go over to VWAP. Let's have the VWAP indicator, guys. Let's see where the VWAP's at. Right now, we're still sitting at 30 bucks. I mean, traders, if we go back over to that 2-minute time frame, this is what we've been kind of more focused on this entire time. OLMA, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play, bounce play. OLMA, we're looking for that squeeze above 31.50, seeing if we can get that pop on up to $35. Start getting ourselves involved in some shorts, getting ready to be able to make a little bit more money. Yeah, that is important as well, saying you have to have some sort of proof that you're trying to get out of the trade. You can't just call them and say, hey, I tried to get out. So if I were you, have a video right now. 8:09. Hey, it's 8:09. I'm trying to get out of my trade and you guys aren't allowing me, right? Like something like that. Quest Trade is the one that, you know, someone's asking about that is broken. So I've never used Quest Trade. I don't know anything about them. I don't use, again, as you guys know, I only use the best of the best. I only use the cream of the crop. Like, when it comes down to my stock trading, I'm not going to use, like, some shitty broker that I don't know what's going to happen. That's, like, one of my biggest things. Some people are like, oh, hey, I don't want to use a premium broker. Well, why don't you want a premium broker? Well, again, they might have fees on their shorts or they might have a monthly fee. Yeah, but you never have an issue. The reason why, again, you might have a monthly fee is because, again, you have the best of the best. It's almost like, again, and it could be up to you. It's almost like, you know, playing, you know, a country club. Sure, if you are part of a country club, you are going to have to pay a monthly fee. But if you're part of a country club, you get some great food. You get privacy. You get an amazing golf course. You got an amazing golf course. You don't have, again, a whole bunch of public golfers coming, hitting the balls all over the place. You're not playing, again, 6-hour rounds. You have the luxury, the leisure of having a premium club. Same exact thing with a broker. With a broker, I like to have a premium broker. I like to, again, know that I'm going to be taken care of. I want to know that I'm going to be safe. I want to know that, again, things are the right way. So, again, I send this out here, traders, to you guys every morning, you know, saying my broker, 50% off commissions for life. No reason that you need to trade in any sort of way. Right? And then you guys can actually see right here, like all of these, unfortunately, it's just everything's down right now. So just a little heads on up. Everything is down, like X is down and all these, you know, sites are down. But Cobra is what I use. If you guys type in the word Deckmart trades with Cobra, you guys will get 50% off commissions for life and free platform. So just a little heads up for every person. All right, traders, here comes the OLMA squeeze again. OLMA trying to squeeze on up. Let's see here. OLMA trying to get a little bit of a squeeze. Can we go on up towards like 33, 34, 35? I am not in. Remember, I've had one loss, which I'm actually, again, I know it sounds crazy. I'm actually happy about it. Not that I lost, but just how I handled that loss. You know, for anyone who was not here earlier, I just want to kind of show you guys my entries and exits. I think that's very important for every single person to be able to understand. And this did get a little bit, you know, just because I had a market order out, it did get a little farther than what I wanted. But for anyone who was not here before, I was trading this little triangle, this little wedge pattern. And you guys could see OLMA hit the red line, reversed, hit the red line, reversed, came on up, hit the red line, came back on down. I got filled at that red line. What was my entry? Right around that 26.50 mark. So again, I had an entry right here, 26.40, 26.50, 26.70, 26.80. And I said, hey, if this play breaks this red line, I'm going to get out. And the moment it broke this red line, I got out. You guys can see I got out at 27.68. So take a look here. I'm just being open, honest, credible, transparent. Trying to have you guys understand, you know, my losses. I shorted at the red downtrend. I got out at the red resistance line. I like that a lot. I like that a lot, guys. Little side note, I am now getting refilled. Traders, I am getting refilled at this moment. Just a heads up for every single person. Entries are starting to get filled at this moment. Deck, why are you getting filled? We are up now 300%. I'm trying to get filled near $35 top resistance. So I am giving this another chance to try to get filled up near some highs. So we are again getting this nice little pop. OLMA is getting extremely overextended, I believe. Looking to get filled near tops. And again, looking to see if we can reverse. So right now at this moment, I'm in on 600 shares. Cost basis $34.18. Currently down right now, $800. So OLMA here, traders. In on this play. I will add a little bit if we start again squeezing a little bit higher. But I am getting filled at where I believe could be around the top. We just had, if we take a look over on this play, we just had our bullish area, we had our bearish area, and we're having this very nice big squeeze and rip and run. I am looking to get filled near, again, the very top. I'm thinking $35 could be a top out of a 300% spiker, and looking to see, can we reverse back on down, fall down towards 33, 32, make back our money, plus maybe up $1,000 or so. That's what I would like to see out of this day. So I don't mind holding for a little bit. Gonna give this one a chance, see what we can do. So I'm watching this one closely here, traders. I'm in on this play right now, as you guys know. Currently on 600 shares. Would only add at highs. 300% spiker. Let's see again what this one has left for us in store. Now, I've been very good with my trades so far. I went after one trade. I kept a stop loss when it wasn't doing what I wanted to. My second trade right here, let me bring up all my entries. All my entries that I just got filled at, I got filled at 33, 33.40, 33.90, 34, 34.80, 35.50. So I got filled from 33.40 all the way up towards 35.50. That's where I just got filled on. So that's why my cost basis at this time is 34.18. Okay? Now, stock is still going a little bit. I'm still watching this closely here, traders. I'm watching this one closely. Obviously, I want to make sure I'm being smart. You know, if I need to, I can still add a little bit more near some highs. I don't mind. Maybe, again, a couple little entries next to a high. I don't want this thing to get carried away by any sort of means. But I, again, do think there's just so much opportunity on this play here still. So I am, again, watching this closely. Watching to see, can I get filled maybe one or two more entries out around a high? Let's see here, traders. This thing is getting very jumpy right now. You guys can see my live trades. Live trades, where I'm at, what I'm doing. I just think, again, I want to kind of wait this out just a little bit. Just a little bit. Obviously, if this thing starts going on up even higher, I am going to get out. You always got to have a reason. You always have to, again, still be a smart trader. But it's just, we're up 340%. How much more can this thing go up towards, you know? $38.75 next target. I mean, guys, we have gone green candle, green candle, green candle. We are still moving. You guys see live P&L right here. Deck, what's your cost basis right now? Cost basis is right next to $35. So again, my cost basis is $34.88 right now. That's my cost basis at the moment, $34.88. Only doing 100 share increments at a time. 100 share increments at a time is all I'm looking for. If this thing, again, keeps on going, I don't mind going a little bit. Again, just doing 100 share increments here and there. That's it. If I need to, 100 share increments here and there, bring up my cost basis slightly. I know, again, after a stock goes on a 330% climb after having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles in a row, we could easily start reversing back on down in some manner. So again, right now here, traders, I'm in a 34.88, currently down again $800, looking to see, can we be able to get the red candle? Can we be near the top here? So I'm in on this live trade. You guys can all see it. Watching to see, again, could this potentially be a top? Now, could it not be? 100%. Could we squeeze up the $40 plus? 100%. Again, all I'm trying to do is figure out where is this stock overextended. We have now gone from $8. Let's just think about this here for a second. We have now gone from $8 this morning to the price of $38.69. We have gone on a $30 spike so far this morning. A $30 spike. Does anyone here think I'm crazy for shorting a play after a $30 spike, after a 350% climb, and thinking that maybe the stock is going to fall $5 to $10? Does anyone think I'm crazy? Does anyone think, Deck, you're being a nutcase? Stock goes on a 350% climb after a $30 spike, and I'm shorting the play looking for a reversal to drop back on down and maybe be able to make some money. I don't think I'm being that ridiculous. So right now I am in on 800 shares at the price of $34.88, currently back in the green. And let's see if this one can be able to actually get like a little dump and maybe fall back down to 31. Maybe again actually get a little bit of a fade and fall and a reversal. So right now, traders, again, we are down. We were down 559. We're trying to get ourselves back in the green. If we can crack 34 and actually reverse back down to 33, 32, 31, we could be able to make some nice money. Guys, look at this. Here we go, baby. Guys, 800, 900. Guys, can we get a little sell-off? Can we get a little crack down to 32? So a little bit of a sell-off starting to happen, which is good. We want to see if this thing can fall down to 32, 31. If we could put ourselves up like $1,500 and make a $1,000 profit, that would be amazing. Guys, let's see if we can crack here. We want to see this crack back down to 32 or so. See if we can crack back down to 32. We got 33.60 right now. We want to see this let go. Let's see if the 33.60s can fall. We did again nail right next to the top. 33.60s. Let's see if we can drop on down to 33.20, 33.10. Push ourselves up over $1,000 and get ourselves in the green on the day. 33.70 right now. We're trying to see if we can kind of get that crack underneath. There we go. There we go. Woo! Woo! Guys, $1,200 so far. $1,200. I'm going to take my gains right now. Guys, I'm taking my gains right now. Going to eliminate my loss, plus put myself up $462. Congratulations, everyone. Did everyone here make some money now? Is everyone here in the green? Did everyone make some profit on the day? Is everyone crushing it right now? Because as I said, I want every single person to know exactly what we're doing. I want every single person to have an idea of what I'm looking at. Traders, I am here to trade real money in front of you. I am here to be transparent. I'm here to show every win. I'm here to show every loss. I'm here to, again, slowly unbutton my clothes and tell you exactly what's going on. I want to turn up the heat. I want to be able to get you guys, again, seductive. I want to be, Traders, nice little $500 day. Let me button my shirt back up. All right. Good job, traders. Good job, everyone. So we shorted right around $35 average. And again, the stock is starting to reverse. The stock is starting to turn and fade. So again, right now, great job from absolutely everybody right here and right now. We're just keeping the party going. Keeping the party going. Keeping the profits coming. There's our great little trade right here. Grabbing this thing. So what I always like to do, as you guys know, I grab my P&L. And then I always, again, and I do this with my losses as well. You guys see me. And that's the thing. When people don't watch my stream, they're like, hey, this guy only shows his wins. No, again, I show my wins a lot because I win a lot. But at the same time, doesn't mean it's always going to win. So what do we have here? $462. So if I, again, come on over, grab this thing, bang, 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 add this right here. $462 profit. Boom, baby. Good job today, ladies and gentlemen. Good work across the board. Nice work. Nice job making that money. Everyone's all set, ready to go. And guys, look at this. OLMA. Congrats if you guys are still holding the short. Congrats if you guys are still, again, locking this thing on in. And traders, I mean, I don't know what else I can do if traders like, well, Deck, my broker doesn't allow shorts. That's like one of the things that people always say to me. They say, Deck, again, like, can you not do that trade? My broker doesn't allow shorts. It's like, get a new broker, right? It's very simple, right? It's like, hey, Deck, you know, I mean, it's like, it's a situation where you're like, hey, I'm cold. Hey, Deck, I'm really cold. Okay, put a hoodie on. Hey, Deck, I really, you know, my shins are cold. Okay, put on pants. Hey, Deck, I can't short. Okay, use a broker that does short. Like, you are not forced to use the broker that you have right now. You can change your broker at any time. At any time, at any moment, you guys could say, hey, I want to use a different broker. Hey, I want to be able to, you know, use a different broker. I don't want to use the broker I have. So once Cobra, again, works again, go ahead and start using it. Guys, look at that reversal. Hey, anyone still holding on to the shorts? Anyone still holding on? OLMA, $25 short entry for ourselves. And now this thing is still just continuously profiting and turning into a little nice machine right now. Hey, guys, can I ask you guys a question? Who here is loving the fact that I'm here live every morning right now? Who here is loving the fact that I am, again, streaming at this time? Are you guys enjoying this every day? And I would love to see, again, some enthusiasm in the chat. I would love to see some enthusiasm on YouTube. I want to see you guys on TradeCat because show me that you want me here every day. I love it. I love waking up. I love, again, being here. I love the early morning trades. I like finishing my day before most people even start their day. I like finishing my day before people even wake up. And we're like, oh, yeah, we're up $500 today. Right? That's what I want. I love the fact that people, again, wake up and they're like, oh, yeah, hey, we got this. We got that. Guys, we got 5 minutes until the 8:30 press release wave. Little heads on up. Right here, traders. OLMA still fading and falling. Congrats. I like Chaz. Chaz is a good guy. Chaz, baby. Chaz is back. Hey, as long as, again, we keep on winning like this, as long as everyone keeps making money, Chaz is here to stay. Because I'll be honest, he's looking sharp. I'll be honest, the guy is an absolutely rich bastard. He's a bastard, isn't he?
Unit getting under the
Congratulations, shorters. Congratulations to all shorters here today. Right now, OLMA still fading and falling. Deck ARVN. Yeah, ARVN's taking on off right now. ARVN here, traders. Right now, team, again, we do have ARVN, a little bit of a pop. And then really OLMA, just let this thing continuously fade. I mean, if you guys want to, you know, you guys saying, Deck, I want to get another trade in. We do have the top. Deck, do you use hotkeys to get out? And do you use hotkeys in pre-market? I do not. A lot of times I just market order. Market order in and out, and you're all set. Hey, heads on up. OLMA is dumping right now. OLMA, you might get a small dip buy in the 26s, right above the VWAP. If anyone is interested over on OLMA, next dip buy is going to be in the mid to high 26s, I believe. It's going to be right above the VWAP, and you could possibly get a nice little short entry. The only issue would be like if this thing like ever fell apart. But I do think we could possibly get some dip buy opportunities in the 26s. I think we could be able to maybe make a little bit of money off a $26 bounce play. Heads on up, 830 is here. Let's watch the 830. If it goes down to the low 26s, I will look for a dip buy and bounce. Guys, agreement, MYNZ, I think that one already came on out. LPCN, that one already came on out here too. Oh, I gotta go up to the top. Meaningful, GLMD, guys. GLMD, meaningful, look, all eyes right here. GLMD, meaningful top of the line results. All eyes, GLMD, meaningful top of the line results. That's the best play as of now. Little heads on up. GLMD, meaningful top of the line results. That one is the one that's spiking. Fox Runner is literally highlighting for us right here. 8:30 a.m., 16 seconds ago. GLMD, meaningful top of the line results. You guys can go ahead, trade that one the way that you guys like. It does have strong resistance at the price of 140, 50-day moving average, and then all the way up towards 160, 200-day moving average. That's the best one I see at this time with, again, the good hot keywords. So right here, just again, announcing again, GLMD is the best press release so far at this time. 8:30. I just want to see if there's anything. Anyone else see anything else at 8:30? D Pro, no. OLMA here. Traders, we still have OLMA with that little potential pullback here soon. Like, how much lower are we going to go over on OLMA? OLMA definitely could be our next dip buy opportunity, right? That's our next dip buy opportunity over on OLMA. So OLMA, get ready for a potential dip buy. I would look for a dip buy right above the VWAP. The VWAP area is, again, 2560. So it's either low 26s, mid 26s, or high 25s to try to get a green candle to pop on in. I wouldn't go huge, but again, let's think about this now. Again, let's just think about this together. We just went from the price of $38 to $30. to now $27 to now $26. We are now on a $12 drop. Does anyone here think after a $12 drop, we are most likely going to see OLMA get some sort of dip buy opportunity? I do. I do think after a $12 drop, some buyers may move in and say, you know what, let's give it a chance. I think it came on down to, what did that come on down to? I did not get filled right there. I had an entry at 26.30, 26.20, 26.10. I had entries in the 26.30, 26.10. I did not get filled right there. I think it literally came on down to like my entry. It came on down to like 26.30 there. If you guys just got filled in the low to mid 26s, congratulations. That's a nice little dip so far. You might get a green candle back up to 28. There you go. This is what I was looking for right here. Yeah, if you can pop 28, run up to 29, again, take your profits. I mean, good job. And again, amazing work if anyone's still holding their short from 35. I missed that, dip buy by, I don't even know, a penny, 2 pennies. I'm going to cancel that order right now. But good job if you guys just got a little dip buy, just took a little profits right there. That is, again, very solid, very good. All right, no entries right here, traders. Do we still have ARVN? ARVN still trying to hold on up here slightly. ARVN might get a little pop up to 15. Now, the thing is, I do not believe ARVN has any sort of news right now. Right? I don't believe so. I don't believe ARVN has any sort of news. I don't believe ARVN has any sort of, like right here, ARVN, I don't see any sort of news at this time. OLMA, no. CANF, ARVN. I just want to make sure we're not missing anything, guys. Right now, ARVN is still one of the top dogs here. If you guys got a dip buy, I'm not focused on OLMA at this moment. Little heads on up. I have no current entries, no current orders. I'm going to turn my attention over on ARVN. That could be a possible short, especially if, again, that one kind of gets a quick little pop-up near 15. ARVN has gone from $10 up towards around the price of, $16. I do think 15 could be a strong resistance line. Maybe, again, do some limit orders, and if this thing can get back up towards around 15, maybe look for a couple shorts. Let's see if that thing can pop. See if we get a little pop back on up. Look for some shorts back on down. ONFO, worth watching. ONFO, put that on the back burner. Right now here, traders, little heads on up for every single person. It's not like we still have any sort of big press releases today. I mean, the press release game is weak. So far today, guys, I don't know if every company in the world just saw, like maybe OLMA coming out with news. Every single, maybe every single person saw OLMA coming out with news and they were just like, nah, you know what? Let's not compete with that. Let's not, again, put anything out with OLMA. Like, there's really no other play other than OLMA today. OLMA, by far the best stock. OLMA, by far the best play. OLMA, by far, again, the stock that has the most momentum and hype. So right now here, traders, let's see. Maybe the cloud scared them. And maybe. Absolutely. I mean, traders, I'll tell you right now, usually, again, like when I go live, I'll be having multiple hundreds of people watching. But again, that could be on Tradecaster or YouTube or Twitter or Twitch or wherever. You know, right now, we have half of that. And the reason why we have half of that is X is down, right? We're seeing different websites down. Even my broker, Cobra's website's down. Cloudflare is basically taking away a ton of exposure, which sucks. Because guess what? Chaz making a lot of money here today, baby. Chaz don't miss. Chaz don't fucking miss. We don't. Little heads on up. GLMD at this moment, traders still trying to squeeze on up. GLMD is the best press release at 8:30. Is anyone in on GLMD at this time? Meaningful top of line results. CANF. Guys, we do have ONFO. ONFO also trying to slowly move right now. ONFO slowly trying to move. It hit a brand new 52-week low yesterday. Sometimes when stocks hit brand new 52-week lows, it does give buyers an excuse to go ahead and try to buy these plays. So sometimes like a stock will hit a brand new 52-week low and all of a sudden it starts, moving on up. Why is that? Well, when a stock is at a brand new 52-week low, sometimes traders say, oh, it's so cheap, let me buy it now. It's so cheap, let me get involved in it at this moment. So ONFO is one of those stocks that I would definitely say keep your eyes peeled on it. See if the stock is going to be able to gain momentum. And the only reason it would gain momentum is just from other people buying it and it goes up and then someone else buys it and it goes on up. Now it attracts more investors and more people buy it and it goes up and more people buy it and it goes up and it attracts more investors and more investors. You know? CNF, not too much. ONFO, no. RYETNITO, LOBO. All right, traders, I think we are absolutely fine at this moment. Let's go over to Fox Runner. Let's read some news here, traders. Let's get ourselves fully aware. Number one, we know GLMD had top-line results. We went over that. What does this say right here? Morgan Stanley warns PC makers' earnings could suffer. Morgan Stanley warns rising memory prices could hit PC makers' earnings up to 16%. Warning to investors, cutting prices targets across multiple PC manufacturers are soaring memory prices begin, squeeze hardware margins. Maybe, again, we keep something on watch like this. Maybe we continue to keep our eyes peeled. Like, we'll stay aware of this. All the data centers you need to know. So, again, data centers, traders, for anyone who does not know this, data centers have been one of the hottest topics of 2025. It's been one of the hottest trends. Now, why is that? Because I've talked about this multiple times. But the thing is, right now, we are in such a unique time of history where our technology is faster than our infrastructure. Usually, we are trying to build technology. We're trying to get the next best thing. We already have the next best thing. We already have NVIDIA chips. We already have our AI. We already have our programs, but we don't have enough power. We don't have enough electricity. We don't have enough structure. Our infrastructure isn't strong enough to power all the AI. So what's been some of the best investments? IREN, CIFR, WULF, RIOT, NBIS. Guys, if you take a look at data centers, take a look at this. This has been one of the best investments of 2025 so far. All right, take a step back. Go back to a weekly chart. Look at what IREN has been able to do, right? I know there's a big pullback right now, but data centers have been hot. Same exact thing. Take a look over on NBIS. NBIS, stock right here. Guess what? Data centers have been hot. So if you guys are interested in a list of data centers, make sure you guys go check them out. I know WULF, that one was hot for a little bit. WULF went from $3 and spiked up to $17. That was a nice move. All right, BITF, APLD. APLD was a super hot play, I believe, earlier this year, right? APLD. Yeah, APLD went all the way from $4 up to $40. Right now could be a good dip buy as well. I mean, traders, doesn't it look like most of these data center stocks are having massive pullbacks over the last month? Over the last month, data centers have had massive pullbacks. Hey, maybe get APLD at $22. Maybe get NBIS at, again, the price of, upcoming $70. Maybe get IREN right here at the upcoming, $46, right? VST, $172. You can definitely get involved in these plays at these great areas, at these great profits, at these great times. So I would definitely say, keep your eyes peeled over on these data center plays. That's, these are awesome. An awesome list here. What else do we have here? OLMA update, new highs, ascending triangle pattern. Again, we do have that ascending triangle pattern set up. We already talked about this. Went over on the stock, led to this very nice squeeze and very nice rip and run. What else do we have here? INM. INM, I know we talked about this one earlier as well. INM, successful completion of studies of stock climbing. So again, if we take a look right here, we do have INM. Unfortunately, INM's done nothing. Let's go back over towards the daily chart right now. If we take a look over on INM, this play right now hasn't done anything whatsoever, right? ANVS deck, let's see here. ANVS, again, just too choppy at this moment. Just so much chop. I'm not seeing too much I would like there. CNF also, again, came out with a nice rip this morning, but I think that one even gave a lot back. Yeah, CNF spike, gave a lot back. Trying to hold. It is a sub $1 stock here. Right now, by far, the best play is OLMA. OLMA is by far the best play of the day here, guys, right? So if you guys take a look right here, main headlines of the day, you guys can read into this. Let's keep on going down. OLMA is up. Here are some of the reasons why. OLMA. Again, this was alerted. When was the first time this was alerted on Fox Runner? OLMA was alerted the first time, at 6:50 in the morning. So no official news from the company and a 98% gain. So that's when the stock was back on down towards $17, $18. So again, it really comes on down to the early bird gets the worm. If you're up at 6:50 in the morning, I know most people are not up at 4 in the morning. But again, we start seeing this play, at the price of $15, $16, $17, the stock starts moving its way on up. There's a lot of money to make from the price of $16, $17, $18 all the way up to $38. So that's why, again, it's important to wake up early. Now, traders, let's get into some other stuff right here. Some other stuff we're talking about. What stocks are NVIDIA buying? We were kind of touching up on this before, but I just think it's so interesting. With the #1 most valuable company in the world, the #1 most valuable company in the entire world, they have 86% of their investment in CoreWeave, CRWV. CRWV right here, traders. Imagine NVIDIA, the #1 most valuable company in the world, having 86% of their investment portfolio in one stock. It's kind of crazy. So, how many people here are interested in getting themselves involved over on CWV? How many people here are interested saying, oh yeah, CRWV right here, this is a play that could actually absolutely rip and run. They also have APLD. Guys, APLD, that was one of those data centers play. APLD, data center stock. And they also have ARM, which is a chip maker as well, has chips. So ARM, I actually remember this stock coming out 2 years ago. It was at $50 when it came on out, right? Wasn't it? Yeah, right around $50 2 years ago. So ARM's been on a nice, rally. It's been holding very well. Why are billionaires buying Uber? Has anyone checked this on out? Which has been, again, relatively interesting. Now, I will, again, throw this out here as well. I personally have Uber in my long-term investment. So I personally have Uber. I do think Uber is going to be a giant of the AV market, autonomous vehicles, self-driving vehicles. Uber has partnerships with Google. Google has Waymo, which again already has working production vehicles out in the world. So what's big about this is Bill Ackman has 20% of his position over in Uber. So this is Bill Ackman. His largest holding is Uber. He's a billionaire. When billionaires are investing into, again, companies, you should probably listen. We also have David Tepper. He, again, has 3.2 position in Uber. So, again, we have some big billionaires putting a lot of money in Uber. And look at Uber as a revenue growth. So I know we think of Uber as, hey, you get a ride, you get picked on up. That's great. But at the same time, it could be more. There could be, again, the Waymo that's coming on. It could be, again, the autonomous vehicles. It could be self-driving. So Uber is an investment that I do have. It has been on a very nice, slow and steady trend. It's been on a very nice climb, and we do want to continue to keep our eyes peeled on it. Take a look at this, right here. 5 stocks to watch. 5 stocks to keep your on watch for a dip buy. Guys, Meta right here. Great play. Definitely get ready for a dip buy. If you guys want to take a look over on Meta, Meta's been having a nice pullback from 800. If you guys are, again, kind of connecting some dots here, I would say, again, Meta's going to be getting ready for that possible dip, maybe in the low 550s. So Meta, low 550s. Get ready for that possible dip buy. There's definitely a lot of great opportunity that's going to be right around the future on that one. What else do we have here? We also have Amazon. Amazon right here has great revenue and net income. Amazon, this is another great dip buy stock. Stock is, again, getting a little bit weaker at this time. I would say, again, maybe 200. You get ready for that dip buy after, again, the stock has a nice pullback. This company has been crushing it. What else? Melly. Melly right here. Taking a look. Melly, again, revenue. It has, again, high revenue and, again, net income. So, again, taking a look over on MELI. MELI, again, this is one of those companies that has been consistently moving itself on up. Notice with every dip buy, you have been getting a nice little bounce play back on up. What else do we have here? United Health. Right, guys, this one's funny. I was reading this before. It was saying, like, United Health is extremely undervalued. United Health basically just makes, it's a money machine. You know, when you have these insurance companies, a lot of times they are money machines. Insurance is usually a great business to be involved in. Take a look at UNH. UNH was, again, all the way back in 2010, $28, $30, $200, $400, $600. Big pullback all the way down to $200. Now we're getting a little recovery. We're getting a little bit of a bounce. You know, UNH, you start getting this entry back in the 280s or so, that could be absolutely fantastic for you, right? HIMS, traders, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't like a full big believer in HIMS before. And I don't do this, but my neighbors do. Does anyone here use like that weight loss pill that HIMS has? Like, so it's kind of crazy here, traders. Like, my neighbors have lost so much weight. Like, it's just like, foop. And I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's healthy. I don't know how it's like so perfect. But literally, my neighbors, they started taking like these HIM pills, and all of a sudden, just weight's dropping off of them. Like, they're just skinny. And I don't know how it works. But you know what? It's working. And I don't know if that's like a cheat code, if there's any effects of it, but like HIMS is one of those biopharmaceutical companies that is only $35 at this time, that it's like they have a product that works. They have Hims and Hers hair. You know, basically you rub it on your head and your hair grows back. They have, again, weight loss pills that you take it and weight just starts coming off you. Like, you know, it's insane. So, I mean, like, it is kind of crazy. Like, Hims has a lot of, you know, working products in a biopharmaceutical world. It's kind of crazy, right? It's kind of nuts. 52-week highs, 52-week lows. You know, we do have, again, a list of stocks hitting some 52-week highs, some 52-week lows. And also, again, little big note right here, guys. Here's a big note. Earnings this week. So we do have earnings coming up at the end of this week. Now, what are the earnings right here, traders? We do have NVIDIA. NVIDIA is tomorrow. This is the expectations for NVIDIA. Okay? NVIDIA is the world's most valuable company. The largest company in the world has earnings on Wednesday. Here you go. Earnings on Wednesday out of NVIDIA. Okay, traders? Make sure that you guys understand that tomorrow afternoon is a very big time. Tomorrow afternoon is going to be massive. I want to make sure every single trader is aware that NVIDIA, if they have bad earnings, this entire market could fall. The S&P 500, 7% of the S&P 500 is made up of NVIDIA. How crazy is that? How wild is that to think about, traders? That's pretty crazy. Let's see. Has there been any sort of big buying or selling? I just want to see real quick. Any big buying or selling by anyone? Let's go to Nancy. Let's see if Nancy has been buying. Nope. Again, Nancy sold Apple, and that's it. There hasn't been a lot of insider selling and buying from politicians recently. Right now, traders, we are just kind of sitting back, waiting and watching. We'll see what we get. So, next press release wave coming on up here, traders. Next press release wave right around the corner, and that's going to be at 9 a.m. So far today, traders, I hope you guys are fired on up. Little heads on up, 8:45 in the market. Did MCRB, hold on, I want to see this one. MCRP. Yeah, you know, I see the word NVIDIA, you know, powered by NVIDIA. You know, before when NVIDIA was like at all-time highs, if you just threw in a press release with the word NVIDIA, a stock would go on a crazy rip and run. A stock would go on a crazy spike. So I think we're all set right at this moment. Deck, you still holding AMPX? Absolutely. Guys, I'm not going... AMPX, I'm holding until, like, next year. I forget I even have AMPX. So, AMPX, let this thing, again, fade and fall a little bit. Again, I'm in at a what price am I in at? $12.60? With, again, with 500 shares. So, right now, I'm down probably $1,200 over on AMPX. This is, again, I'm not touching AMPX till, like, October of next year. This is a long-term investment for me. October of next year, that's when I'll sell it, probably. So, again, that's... I'm probably down $1,000 over on AMPX on a long-term investment, and that's okay. That happens. ANVS here, still watching this one. But really, again, if you're wondering, saying, Deck, why is AMPX falling? It's because the entire market's been falling. So it's not AMPX is a bad company. It's the S&P 500 has been falling for the last X amount. IREN, the number one, again, data center stock, has been falling. Right? We have been seeing Tesla has been falling. Amazon has been falling. Google has been falling. Actually, Google has been holding on up. So the thing is, the majority of the market, though, the majority of the market has been falling. Iggy, what's going on with Deck's hair? What do you mean? I'll be honest, guys. I went over to Turkey. I got a hair transplant. And the thing is, like, I don't know if it's noticeable or not. I thought it was like, some people said, hey, you look different. Hey, again, you got, a hair transplant. The thing is, it's like, maybe it only cost me $30. I was trying to save some money. I went over to Turkey, got again a hair transplant. And you know what? It doesn't look as natural as I thought it was going to look. That's all. But I'll tell you right now, as of now, again, Sean Deckmar isn't here no more. Sean Deckmar is dead. Right now, we are live. We are here with CMB, baby. Chaz Michael Burry. That's who you're tuned into. Chaz Michael Burry. Get the lock the fuck in, baby. Ah! Right here, team. Anyone have any questions, comments, concerns on what we have at this moment? 8:55 in the market here, traders. Let's get ourselves, again, jacked on up. Let's get ourselves excited. Team, we are going to take really quickly let's do a quick little 5-minute, 10-minute breather. I'm going to go again downstairs, get myself a big cup of Red Bull, and we are going to be ready to rock and roll. So everyone, go ahead, take a quick little 5 to 10 minute breather. Let's get ready for some more trades. For anyone who has not joined us yet today, we have already made $462 on the day. Yes, we are already up $462. We are just starting on up. Ladies and gentlemen, get yourself excited. Everyone, quick little breather. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes, ready to rock and roll. If you need anything at all, please let me know. Happy to help. Let's get after it. Let's get ready to go. Big day ahead. Big opportunity ahead. Let's get ready to make this money. I'll see you guys back here in 10 minutes. Let's do it. Back and better than ever. Back and feeling absolutely tremendous. What do we got on this day? What do we have? Little BOXL action, maybe. I want to see, of course, where this hype is going to go on this day. Now, the thing is, we are up $462 on this day. Of $462 at this moment. I do think at this time, we need to just be able to figure out, all right, what stock is going to be the clear-cut winner for us? Which one? What stock is going to be the clear-cut winner? Which play of this morning is going to bring in the hype? What play in this morning is going to bring in the momentum? That's all we're looking for. Remember, when you are a trader, when you wake up every single day, when you are a day trader in this market, trust me, I've been doing this for 45 years. I want you guys to think about volatility. I want you to think about volume. I want you guys to think of activity. I want you guys to think of movement. That's all you want. In stock trading, the people that can find the most hottest movers are the ones that are going to make the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Now, let's be honest with each other. More movement means more risk. But if you play it right, more movement equals more profit. Traders, if we have a stock that goes on, and I know this will be very basic and elementary, but if we have a stock that has a lot of crazy movement, let's say the stock goes on a big rip on up, comes back on down, big spike, big dump. Let's say it goes back on up, big dump, big spike. Now again, it goes on a massive rip and run. Now again, it bounces back on up. Now spikes back on up. Now bounces back on up. Like, this is a stock that would have a lot of movement. But guess what? This is one that can make you a lot of money. How? Well, if you just broke down this play very quickly, you could see top. Whenever you see a top, that's going to be resistance. Whenever you see a bottom, that's going to be support. If we break through resistance, we smash through this resistance line, guess what that now turns into? This now turns into bottom support, aka dip buy opportunities, right? Where you can go ahead and get a dip buy there. Right? You could get a dip buy right there. You could realize that, okay, hey, this stock just became a short right here. I could short it right here. Okay, once we break through old resistance, guess what happens? We know that this is going to be new support areas. New support right here. New support right here. We know, again, we have top resistance up towards around this area right here, top and top. So the thing is, when you're constantly looking for trades, I don't mind volatility. But I'm always looking for, where is there safety? Where can I go ahead and make money? Because if, again, you trade a very volatile play, a very hot stock, a very wild mover, that's okay, as long as you're doing it right. For instance, let's take a look over on OLMA so far today. Let's just kind of break down OLMA together, right? And let's just kind of look at this play. And let's even go back to a 1 minute time frame, right? Can I do a 1 minute time frame? Yeah, we can do a 1 minute time frame. What do we realize about OLMA? What stands out to me about OLMA? Well, again, the first things first is going to be, yes, we do have this beautiful uptrend. This uptrend can make your life so simple when you see it early. When you see this uptrend, what does that tell you? Every single time it comes down to this purple line, you can look for a dip buy. And as long as you have a stop loss right underneath this line, there is no fear. There is no worry. There is no trouble. Traders, this is a very simple, easy way to be able to trade. Notice, if you actually follow this strategy right here, this is the strategy, and you realize that there is an uptrend play over on OLMA, and you say, okay, every time we get near the purple line, I'm going to get a dip buy. Every time we get near the purple line, I'm going to do a dip buy. Every time we get near a purple line, I'm going to do a dip buy. Every time we come near this purple line, you get a dip buy, and then you get a bounce, and you get a bounce. You've never hit the red line. So as long as you, again, have the discipline, have the structure to say, if we hit the red line, I will get out. It's nothing but winning. It's nothing but profit. It's nothing but the stock, again, consistently climbing its way on up. This is why we study charts. Because when we study charts, we can see the clear-cut easiness of these plays. When we study charts, we can see, again, stocks that, again, do so well. So that's why being able to look at these plays is, so crucial. Guys, little heads on up. Look at this. X is completely down. Look at this, guys. X is completely down. I believe like Cobra is completely down. I believe there's a lot of websites that are just completely down at this time. I'll tell you right here, right? What we're looking for, and TradeCaster's not down, baby. Trade Ideas ain't down, baby. Cobra ain't down, baby. Fox Runner ain't down, baby. But guys, let's get back over towards this. When we take a look at these plays, this is where we have consistency. Now, Deck, you're telling me every time we come down to this trend line, we could buy it. Absolutely. Well, could you also do the opposite side? Of course you can. Guys, did anyone, maybe if you guys were on the short side, maybe connect the dots at the top and say, you know what? I'm going to short this play. Every time we come up to a top. Every time we come up to a top right here, I'm going to short it. Come up to a top right here, I'm going to short it. Come up to a top right here, I'm going to short it. And as long as you have a stop loss above this line, you are now again having very minimal risk. So let's put this in a black. Oh man, I just got rid of everything. I didn't mean to, but you guys could see you get rid of. You could have a stop loss if that broke on through. That's what I want you guys to realize. A lot of times, squeezes lead to pullbacks. Pullbacks lead to bounce. This took me probably 2 years to get used to, and I will say it right now, but still, people won't listen to me. Stock trading is a game of opposites. When everybody is buying OLMA, get ready for a short. When everyone is selling OLMA, get ready for a dip buy. Do I make myself clear? All right? That's the way stock trading works. When everyone says right here, oh man, hold on, let me post it so you guys know what I'm talking about. When every single person is right here saying, oh man, OLMA is exploding. 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. Deck, this is going up to the moon. Get ready for a short. Hey, Deck, it's starting to spike again. 24, 25, 26. Okay, I'm going to buy it. I'm buying at 27. Get ready for a short. Oh, man, Deck, it's going on a big rip and run. Get ready for a short. Stock, guys, have you ever seen a stock do this? Have you ever seen a stock just do this before? So why do we let our mindset kind of like tell us like, oh, let's buy at the highest point possible? Has anyone ever seen a stock just do this? And just hold that forever? No. What is the typical stock movement? The typical stock movement is usually this. Spike, pullback. Spike, pullback. Spike, pullback. Spike, then again, reversal. So the thing is, traders, it is always wrong. Yes, 99.9% of the time, it is always wrong for you to wait to get emotional and say, wow, the stock is moving. Deck, the stock is spiking. This is what I see every single day. Every single day, this is why traders lose. Every single day. Deck, the stock is moving. Deck, the stock is spiking. Deck, it's breaking on out. Deck, it's time for me to buy in on it. Okay, screw it. I'm doing it. Guys, I'm doing it. You buy in right here. Guess what happens? Guys, I'm losing. Screw it, I'm getting out. I'm taking my loss. I'm getting out. I'm taking my loss. It's time for me to move on. So you get out of the play. And all of a sudden, guess what happens right after that? All of a sudden, right after that, the stock starts bouncing on up. What the heck? I can't believe I just got out. The stock is spiking. Oh my goodness. Now the stock is hitting a new high. Oh, guys, it's breaking on out. Wow, it's going crazy. Hey, Deck, it's going crazy. Okay, I'm getting back in. Guys, everyone, hey, get ready. I'm jumping back in on this play. I'm jumping back in. Yes, new high. You got to be kidding me. This can't be real. Every time I buy it, it falls. Every single time I get involved in the stock, this stock sucks. I will never buy this play again. I'm getting out of the play. I'm getting out. Screw it. I lost 2 times on the stock. I just can't get it right. I'm getting out of the play. You get out. Moments later, guess what happens? Oh my goodness. There's no way. How is it going on up? I refuse to buy it. 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 Oh, haha. It came back on down. Okay, I refuse to buy it. I refuse to buy it. No, it's spiking back on up. Okay, I'll jump back on in. Traders, who here has that story? Is there anyone, again, man enough to say this is the story of your stock trading? The story of your stock trading is waiting for a stock to spike. You wait for it to rip and run up to the very tippity top. Now you feel confident because you see it spiking. You see it at the tippity top. You see it making other traders money. And now you buy it at the highest level and you lose. And then you get out and you get upset. And then you buy it again at the highest level. And you get out and you get upset. And then you buy it again. Is that anyone's stock trading? Every time you buy, it falls. And every time you get out, it goes back up. Guys, here's the reason. Your emotions are backwards. The time is when you see a #1 top gainer play. When you see a stock like OLMA and it spikes, you again wait for the pullback to get filled. And you wait for the pullback to get filled. And you wait for the pullback to get filled. Or if you see a stock spiking, you just short it. Like today, guys, if you guys were not with us earlier today, I shorted OLMA at the price of $35. That was my cost basis. I shorted OLMA at the price of $35. I could have made probably $3,000 on this play. But you know what? I made back a $500 loss plus $462. So the thing is, I made over $1,000 OLMA trade, but I had to make back a little bit of a loss from shorting earlier. So we are in the green, which is awesome. But the thing is right here, OLMA traders, like that's the game plan. I have so many people that email me and they say, Deck, no matter what I do, I lose. Every time I buy, the stock falls. Like every time. So I said, you know what I say to them? Just keep doing exactly what you're doing, but just press short instead of buy. They email me a week later and say, Deck, I've won every single time. So if you are a person that every single time you buy, the stock fades and falls, just press the short button instead now. You're a perfect shorter, right? It's like, you guys ever see the movie Remember the Titans? You guys ever see that movie? Where like Petey wants to be a running back or something like that, but he just keeps fumbling, but he's fast, he's athletic, and they're like, hey, let's put this guy at cornerback. This guy, again, is like, Revis. This guy's amazing, and he's incredible. So again, they switch him from offense to defense. Sometimes, again, you just got to understand you got a little Petey in you. You can't hold on to the ball. Again, you're not a running back. It's okay. Let's throw you on defense, and again, lower your shoulder, and let's start again taking out some teeth. It's all good. So the thing is, OLMA right here, this is a beautiful trade, not because I was chasing the top, but I was getting ready for the top, right? I want to make sure that you guys understand that. I want to make sure that you guys understand what we have and how we're trading at this time. It's been great. It's been beautiful. It's been fantastic. So, want to make sure, again, we all understand OLMA. OLMA is the clear-cut #1 top gainer on the day. OLMA is where the majority of stocks are focused on. CANF, not too much. CMND, not too much. WTGR, ONFO, GSM. So right now here, traders, when we break down today, it is going to be OLMA. Now, again, why am I live every morning now at 7 a.m.? We've been trading now for the last 2.5 hours. My goal is to make sure every single person here is done trading already today. Now, sure, I want to see how, again, this market opens on up. I want to see how this market, again, gets going. But I want to make sure you guys all understand what's happening on this day. Lickety Split says, Deck, question for you. On Fox Runner, do you look at the news in the red as well as the ones in the green? So what do I mean? Do I look at like my red keywords? So for anyone who does not know, I do have keywords that I put in the red, like the word potential or maybe or meeting or offering. Like there are words I don't like, but I kind of skip over those. So if you're saying, do I look at like the words in the red? A lot of times I briefly look at them for a few seconds. That's it, right? I more focus on my gold words. So for me, I have gold words. What are my gold words? My gold words are the words like positive, phase, for like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. NVIDIA, meaningful, top of the line, right? When we take a look right here, we have CMND. CMND at this time came out with positive, top of the line, phase 1 and 2 results. Guess what happened over on CMND? CMND, guys, this one's starting to spike and squeeze a little bit, right? What else do we have here? Right, we could take a look over on a lot of the gold words are the ones that are going to go on, a nice spike and rip and run. If I have purple or blue, I look at it. So, but do I look at red? I kind of briefly look over those. So it is, again, strategy. There's like so much strategy that you guys can do, using Fox Runner. There's so much, again, strategy that you guys can use at. Like you can write all your keywords that you like in the same color. You can write your favorites over in gold. You can write ones that you don't like in red. I like to look at, again, the ones that stand out in gold, and the red ones I kind of pass me by a little bit more. I always like to double check with everything that I know that's going on. CMND, this one came on out over in the news alerts, right? So I always like to just make sure I'm staying on top, staying aware, and putting myself in the best positions possible. I always like to check to see what Nancy's buying. I like to, again, make sure that we're all set, ready to go here. And, if I ever miss a press release, I go ahead and type it in over on the news. I like to see, again, trading insights, how many people are holding the stock, if they're holding a certain stock. I like to see if there's any stock splits coming up at, what are the congressional activity on it. So, there's a lot of research, a lot of news you can do with every single play and be able to have strategy behind it. But, going into today here, team, for every single person, there has not been much news. The #1 best press release is CMND. CMND is the best stock at this time. CMND is the best play at this time. CMND is the only play that we should be focused on here. So, positive top line results. Deck, do you look at like the left or right here on the price change? Well, the thing is, team, so if you're saying, well, do you just wait until it gets a price change? It takes like 20 seconds for, again, like the price changes in pre-market to update. So no, a lot of times what I do on for Fox Runner, what I do here is a press release will come out that I think could be good. positive top line results, and then immediately I just type it in on my chart. So like my strategy, what I do a lot of times is I watch Fox Runner at 7, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. And let's say again, I see a hot press release come on out, right? Let's say again, it's about to be 9 o'clock. And all of a sudden I'm sitting here, I see CMD 3-star press release, positive top line results. I'll usually type it in right away, CMD. And if I see a big green candle on my chart, foop, I know it's hot. I know it's worth getting involved in. Because there are, again, I will tell you right now, the best way to make money in the stock market is by having this scanner, by getting in immediately, or waiting for, again, you either see the scanner, you jump in immediately, you make money on CMD, or you wait for CMD to top out and then you look for a short. Regardless, you have to, again, know what's moving. You have to know what's spiking. But again, this will update. It just kind of, it's not the moment it happens, right? Because that's how pre-market is with a lot of this. So again, I always look at the keywords and then I type it in over on Trade Ideas real quick to see if we get a big green candle. So I always look for gold words. I look for, again, the words that I think are hot. Then I type it in over on Trade Ideas to see if we get a big green candle. So I don't want to wait until it's already up 35% to buy it. I don't want to wait for OLMA to be able to be up that big before I buy it, right? I want to get involved in plays beforehand. So right now here, guys, OLMA. But again, when hot news comes on out, you're not going to see a lot of green because it didn't go up that big already. You got to have the confidence to pull the trigger knowing that green is going to be in there. You got to have the confidence knowing that green is going to be coming on through here in the near future. All right, team. Right now, OLMA, keeping this on watch, CANF. So really, going into today, OLMA is going to be where I'm watching. Now, Deck, why are you watching this one? I mean, you can see the dramatic sell-off. It's not like there is anything that is blowing our minds right here. We are going from OLMA being a 208% gain down to a 51% gain. Where do you think everyone's focused on? Everyone's over on OLMA, right? I mean, guys, if we take a look at what are the best press releases of today, the best press releases today are CMND, and this one's only up 30%. So it's not like there's anything too crazy. On top of that, the top gainers of the day right here, we have OLMA, right? And then we go all the way on down to CANF. So there's nothing that we are truly missing at this time. It is just fully the OLMA play at this moment. So you guys have all the top gainers right here. 216% gain, 52% gain, right? You guys could see all, again, the hot news right here. You guys could see at this time. Taking a look, CMND, positive top results. Then it drops all the way down towards a 14% gainer. There's nothing that we are like missing at this time that we need to be on top of and need to be aware of and saying to ourselves, oh, wow, again, this stock is like why is this one not moving the way it should? So we are all good. I think the best thing for us to do at this moment is to look to see, can we make an OLMA trade somehow? Can we get ourselves back over on OLMA? Can we be able to get, more hype? Can we get more momentum over on MOLA? Let's do it here. So, Deck, what's the game plan? Game plan at the bell. We have main support at this time at the price of $24.50. Main support, $24.50. Top resistance, 28. I keep getting rid of them. We have markup, horizontal line. There you go. Main resistance, 28.25. What do you guys feel more confident doing? Do you guys want to look for the short? Do you guys want to look for the long? Well, the best way to be able to do this is most likely at the bell, whichever way happens first, that's what we want to do. If we come back on down to the price of $24.50, $24.60, $24.70, possible dip buy, bounce back up to $28.80. If we spike up to $28.80, possible short, back on down to $25. The thing is, OLMA, right now at this moment here, traders, this is the stock that the majority of traders are focused on. It's one of the only options on the day. ARVN also had a little bit. Again, very slow right now. Now, again, some people are saying, Deck, why don't we have as much news? Now, or why don't we have as much like big spikers at this time? Who can give me the answer? Who can give me the answer right here and right now? Why are we not seeing as many big spikes in pre-market at this time? Because there is that like eerie feeling in the air right now. And the eerie feeling at this moment is the fact that we do have a little bit more fear than confidence. We do have a little less greed at this time. We have people being more conservative at this moment. Now, why are we having more conservative? Well, traders, over the last few days, we have seen the S&P 500 fall from 680 down to 662. I mean, we have seen almost a $20 drop on the S&P 500, haven't we? Let's go back over towards like a 30-minute time frame. The last, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trading sessions, the S&P 500 has given a lot back. We could see that data centers have been struggling. IREN has been struggling. NBIS, right? NBIS right here has been struggling, right? We have been seeing other, again, AI plays have been struggling. I mean, we saw AMD have a little bit of a pullback. You know, NVIDIA right now having a little bit of a pullback from its tops. We can see right now Meta's having a good-sized pullback at this moment. We're having, again, the market, is it topping out for the moment? Not forever. Is it topping out for the moment? Is, again, the market having a pullback? Is there really an AI bubble forming? Or is this the best time to dip buy? Because traders, let me tell you this right now. Every single time in my stock trading career, now I've honestly been doing this for 10 years. Every single time in my stock trading career we have ever had fear, it has always been the best dip buying opportunity. When in doubt, zoom out. Traders, the S&P 500 has been climbing up a ladder for the last, again, 15, 17 years. Guess what? We had tariff fear. We had 2020. We had interest rates raised. We went through inflation. We went through everything. Every pullback is an amazing dip buy opportunity. The majority of the time, the S&P 500 just goes up. So if the S&P 500 does come down to 640, 630, this is not a time to say an AI bubble is popping. It's the time to go ahead and make as much money as possible by loading the boat. Okay? Make sure that you guys are all set. So, let's switch out our scanners. Let's make sure that we're all good here. We'll be ready to rock. I think it just went through what I'm looking for. Here we go. So I want to see, again, they always post this. Fox Runner always posts this every single morning. Let's just see what we have here. Everything you need to know about the stock. The stock market dropped yesterday with technology stocks once again leading the charge lower. Wall Street appears to be taking risk off the table ahead of earnings reports, well-known companies, and economic data. The Dow Jones Industrial Average and S&P 500 recorded their third straight day of losses. Monday's decline also dragged the S&P 500 into the red for the fourth quarter. That's what I'm saying, guys. We're seeing, again, the S&P 500 fading and falling and dropping. We're seeing, again, NVIDIA getting weighed down. Tech stocks are falling, right? We also have, again, OLMA. OLMA right here is a sympathy play. So for anyone who does not understand this, a sympathy play, traders, is when we are seeing at this moment, a sympathy stock is when another stock is ripping and running and it's in the same field. So a sympathy play right here, we had RHHBY, right? RHHBY, this is a stock that came out with a drug that's inside the same exact press release, inside the same sector as OLMA. So OLMA, we definitely want to see if this play is going to be able to continue to spike, continue to rip, continue to run, but there is no news from the actual company. OLMA is only spiking on up because it had a similar stock, RHHBY, come out with positive data in the same drug they're working on. Little heads up for everyone. Let's go back. Let's get ready to go. Guys, all eyes. OLMA. Turn off again the browser face. Go back over to a 1 minute time frame. What are you guys thinking? OLMA. Low of the day, 24.85 so far. Anyone think about a possible dip buy? Dip buy in the low 24s? I don't mind it. 100 shares, limit order. Low 24s, load the boat. If we can get it, I don't mind it. Again, right now I'm already at $462. So Let's see if, again, this one can maybe get a 2410, 2406, 2402. Guys, I'm going in right now. I'm in on GLMA on a little bit of a dip buy. I want to see if I can get a dip buy here. I'm only going in on 400 shares. Going in on 400 shares. I want to see if I can make like a quick little, 120 bucks or so. I want to see if I can get a dip buy off this one over on OLMA. So OLMA, I'm in on this play right here. I'm just going to see if I can get a little dip buy and bounce back on up. If I can't, I'm just going to move on from this play. I'm going to give it a $310 stop loss at most. Out. Oh, no, I'm out. Again, accidentally, I'm so used to shorting, I'm so used to clicking the buy button. Guys, I looked for the dip buy, did not do it, out of that play. So, basically, again, broke even with, again, my day so far. Deck, what were you looking for? Dip buy and bounce. Now, again, I always like to give my reasons. I am not in on this play anymore. It's dumping. It's falling. It went through support. So, traders, this one might get halted on the downside. But if anyone is asking, and again, I always like to give my reasons, saying, why did you, again, you look for a dip buy? My dip buy, the reason why I looked for that is, guess what happened? Old resistance at the price of $24. Old resistance at the price of $24. Old support, $24. Support, $24. A little bit higher, $24. But what was I looking for? Let me go ahead and look for a dip buy at $24. So what did I do right there? Dip buy, $24. Exit once it started cracking. Exit once it started cracking. So the thing is, traders, these are what I call successful wins. Or excuse me, successful losses. Now again, I know that sounds like a very funny term. What is a successful loss? How do you successfully lose? What I mean by a successfully loss is you lost the bare minimum. You got in on this play at $24 and you got out when the stock came on down to $23.60. You lost the bare minimum. You jumped in at the blue line, you got out at the red line. Hey, well, Deck, I'm still holding it. I'm still in on this play right now. I'm still, again, I'm in on this play. Again, that's you. That's your fault. Have a stop loss. Have some discipline. Get ready to move on from the play. Again, what do I do on my stocks? And if you don't know, learn right now. You jump in. If you're correct, you hold it. If you're incorrect, you move on. I am not willing to lose $5,000 on a trade by holding and hoping. Well, maybe it'll come back up. Maybe the stock will come back up eventually. Maybe the stock is gonna bounce. I don't like that attitude. I don't like the mentality. I give shots, right? Give it a shot. If it don't work out, you walk away. Traders, back in the day, again, back 8-9 years ago, when again, this body, this attitude, when this was available in the dating market, I would walk up to, again, a fine, attractive lady, and I would say hi. And if she said, get away from me, I would just walk in the opposite direction. I would say, hi, my name is Chaz. Do you want to, again, make love? They would say, get the heck away. I would just walk away in the opposite direction. It was instant. If they say no, I say no. Right? But if they say yes, you got to be short. You got to be short in your stock trading. If you're in the wrong, you move on. If you're correct, you hold it tight. Successful losses. Understand that is not a bad thing. Right now we have OLMA still again on that big short side. Right now I am currently down $10 on the day. I won 462. I lost won 462. I lost 472. So right now again I'm down $10 on the day here. Johnny Deck, what's another website to look because Forex Factory is not working, boss? Again, Fox Runner. That's all it is. Just go to Fox Runner, download it. You can literally get it for free. So again, Fox Runner does have the premium version, which is all the keywords, the news alerts, all that stuff. But you can get the news just for free on Fox Runner. So if you guys just want to get news, but you guys don't get any of the keywords or anything, it looks like this. You'll get this, and then you don't get any stars, though. So it'll just be... So basically, the free version is just going to kind of be a little more blank. But you still get all the news, which is great. You just don't get the features. So the thing is, you know, every single person should have that downloaded. I actually just spoke to them as well, guys. I actually just spoke to them as well. Their app comes out on Monday morning. Monday morning, the app comes out. Monday morning, brand new homepage. Monday morning, they're working on some bug fixes. Monday morning, they have Black Friday sales kicking on off. So I will say, little heads on up. Fox Runner, their brand new app is coming on out. And they are, again, getting ready to rock and roll. I'm excited. I'm excited about it, guys. I think every single person that I trade with now uses him. Guys, we're live. OLMA, we are live. OLMA is live. Deck, what would be a good short? Good short would be old resistance. Deck, what's old resistance? $24.30. You start bouncing back up towards around $24. That's where, again, the next shorting opportunity would be. Well, let's say you spike back up to $23.75, $24. That's good where you can get some nice shorts and good opportunities. So I'm thinking about shorts, $24, $24.10, $24.50. Stay underneath again, $25. Kind of load the boat in this area. So I want to make some money. I want to have some fun. Guys, I want to get a little crazy. I want to get a little rambunctious. I want to take off the buttons here today. I want to loosen up the tie. So again, if you're saying, all right, Deck, what are you looking for? Remember how I just showed you we had old resistance at 24.50? 24.50, bounce play 24.50, bounce play 24.50. If we get a little spike back up to 24.50, that could definitely still be a nice little reversal area. So if we can spike back up to this blue line, that could be trouble. All the way up towards, again, 25.50. 25.50 is the VWAP. So 25.50, VWAP. 25.40, right? 25.30. I'm just kind of loading the boat. Anywhere between 24.30 all the way on up to 25.40. See if, again, we can get filled and be able to short this back on down. One Stop Prop. Saying again, Deck, our website's back up for everyone that's doing the competition. Awesome. So, guys, little heads on up for everyone that's trading the One Stop Prop competition. We are live here. Let me go to the competition. Tradecaster competition right here. I did not make any trades on the competition yet. Traders, who's in first place in the leaderboard? I want to see. Leaderboard right now. What the heck? Kassery made $16,000 yesterday. Bawani M made $12,000 yesterday. Guys, are you guys in the Prop Firm Challenge right now? If you guys are not in the Prop Firm Challenge, I'll again post a link for it. Make sure you guys go over to One Stop Prop. It's a free challenge to join. But again, if you win, you get a $50,000 funded account. So again, if you guys have not yet, every single person, go on over towards, again, One Stop Prop. Sign up to the free challenge. So that you guys are all set, ready to go. But, you know, you got some work to do. I got some work to do. I got to, you know, can I overcome the $16,000 winner right now? So we got a couple people that are up. And I mean, right now, it's just a couple big dogs. 16,000, 12,000, 9,000, 7,000. I will say they did have an issue with their margin yesterday. They told me they corrected it. So just a little heads on up. They did have an issue with margin, but they did tell me that it is all corrected and all good to go. CANF, a little bit of hype. Is this on the browser? Yeah, I don't like that one. Let's see here. ARVN, a little bit of momentum. ARVN might pop up towards around 15. Guys, OLMA is giving so much back right now. Guys, OLMA, it's crazy. I shorted this play at $35. Let's just play the what if game. Let's play the what if game. What if I was a better trader, you know? So I got in at $35 with 800 shares. Every single dollar it drops, I make $800. 35.21. That's now, again, a $14 drop. What is $14 times 800? If I kept holding from my $35 I could have been up 11,000 bucks today. If I was a better trader. If I was a better trader, you know? But yeah, that was my order this morning. Again, order this morning on OLMA. You can see that was at 8:13, 8:15 in the morning. I got filled at 33.40 short, 34.80 short, 36.90 short. I short at 37.10 this morning, right next to the top. But again, I held it back down to 33. So I went from 36.35 down to 33, which is still a good profit. I made back my loss and put myself out. I made about $1,100 on that trade. But I could have made 11,000. Right now, OLMA, we're going to watch to see if that one can still get any sort of bounce and squeeze back on up. Does anyone else see anything that's spiking, ripping, and running? Anything else going on? A big climb here? Anyone else, seeing this nice little climb, nice little rip, and nice little run? Looking to see where this squeeze is going towards. Come on now. Let's get ourselves excited. Come on now. Let's get ourselves movement. Come on now. ANVS. ANVS, little bit of a pop and then a drop. OLMA, again, the reason why I'm watching it is it's our top option. It's 158% top gainer right now. The stock has gone today from $8 up towards, again, $35. I do think and heavily believe we can spike on up to 24, 25, and then we can easily fall back down towards like $18 by the end of today. So I want to see, can we get a little bit of a squeeze and a pop? CNF could ever get halted on the upside? Potentially. The halt area right now is 24.29. So if this thing ever spikes about $1.50 right off the rip, we might be able to get that. I want to make sure that we're staying alert and staying ready here. Let's see here, team OLMO or OLMA. Little bit of a drop and fade. If you guys are seeing anything moving quick, fast, spiking, ripping, running, hot, momentum, make sure you guys are all good. I'm just getting bouncing around. CGTL, a little bit of hype. FL Gator Deck, are you not broadcasting here in 1080 anymore? All I see is the 720. I'm going to work on that one tonight. I fixed the latency last night. So again, right now, just a little heads on up. Every single person should be it should be like less than 10 seconds now delayed. So again, don't worry. Tonight, it'll be fixed to 1080. Got to take one thing at a time. Got the latency down. 1080 will be back up tomorrow morning. All right? FL Gator, love the do too. Thanks. Thanks. Appreciate you. All right, come on. I want to find a play here. S&P 500. Come on. I want to see some action. Can something wake up? CANF, boring. CGTL, boring. RYET, boring. LOBO, boring. 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 I want to see a little, just give me something. Give me something to trade. Let me again run. I just want to run. Let me out of the house, Papa. I'm a bird. Let me fly. I just want to find a big ripper and runner. Is that too much to ask? Am I being that crazy? Am I? Am I? I don't think so. CANF, CGTL, RYET, LOBO, IMCC. Right now, again, OLMA still just slowly fading. Maybe again, if you guys want to say, hey, Deck, I'm going to jump in on that one for a short. I mean, OLMA, if you guys just want to, if I don't like chasing bottoms. I don't like doing that. Right now, again, I'm down $10 on the day. I don't want to chase a bottom. It's a little frustrating because I know we want to trade, but we also don't want to get emotional. Yesterday was a great day. $900 in profit. If you guys traded with me yesterday, we made $900 in profit. Today, we're down 10 bucks. Okay. Okay. Anakin saying, how can I do that? How do I do that? How can I compete in one of those stop challenges? So if you want to compete in the one stop prop challenge, you can, again, I'll post the link right here for you. So that'll bring you over towards a one stop prop. I want someone to wake me up. And we need this market to start coming back live. That's what we need. But this market, guys, it's getting ugly. Like, I will say this. We are underneath the 50-day moving average for the first time since April. We are underneath the 50-day moving average. It's getting ugly. Do you know what's getting really ugly? Crypto. MicroStrategy. Traders, I mean, MicroStrategy is, people are losing their net worth in MicroStrategy right now. MicroStrategy was a stock that was coming up to $500 and it started turning and dropping. And now it's at 200. We might come on down. I mean, what do you guys think? MSTR might come all the way back on down towards 180. It might come all the way back down towards 100. I mean, who knows? At this time, we know that crypto, we know Bitcoin goes in those 4-year cycles, and Bitcoin's about to lose 90,000. Uh-oh. 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 2026 bear market in Bitcoin is right around the corner. It's the 4-year cycle. 2026 Bitcoin. Uh-oh. Again, let's see here. We are still. Oh, I think X is back. Is X finally back up? I posted this yesterday. I saw someone else post it. But did you guys see this? This is kind of funny. So what we have here is a Forbes magazine. Now, once again, Forbes magazine. Forbes is showing the richest people. But that, right? What was her name? Emily, I believe. Elizabeth Holmes. She was a scam. She came out with a pill that was nothing. It was fake. But she was like a billionaire, but it was fake. Remember this guy? This guy right here. Cryptocurrency. Big Ponzi scheme. Scam. This guy right here. $20 billion scam. Could this be the future? Do you guys think MSTR is one big Ponzi scheme? Not real, not legitimate, not real in any sort of way? I don't think so. I think it's like it's a real legitimate company. At the same time, it's fun to kind of kid around every now and then, but it is insane that we're seeing like this much volatility on this play. MSTR going from 46 all the way up to 500, all the way back on down. Traders, OLMA right now is dumping. Take a look. OLMA starting to dump. Now, guys, the biggest thing about OLMA is there are people out in the world right now. There are people out in the world at this moment, and maybe you are one of these people that are sitting there and getting upset. And you're saying to yourself right now at this moment, why is OLMA falling? Deck, why is OLMA dropping? Why is OLMA getting ugly? Hey, Chaz, why is this stock falling so much? Reverse the question. Why is OLMA up in the first place? Look it up. OLMA. This play, the last press release we had on this stock, right? We had Monday where it did report its third quarter results, right? It had third quarter results yesterday morning. Other than that, we didn't have anything. And yesterday, this stock didn't do anything. So why would a stock come out with third quarter earning results, do absolutely nothing, and then spike on up all day today? For anyone who does not know, OLMA is not spiking because of this. It's not spiking because it has news. It's spiking OLMA because it has a sympathy play. A sympathy play is a stock that is inside the same field or the same sector is doing well. This company, it's an OTC stock, RHHBY, is working on a similar treatment. They succeeded. So people bought OLMA as a sympathy, a proxy of RHHBY. So traders, if it was up to me, if someone said, Deck, do you think OLMA is going to be able to spike all the way back on? No. There's no reason for it to be up this high in the first place. OLMA has gone from $8 to $38 on no news to begin with. There's no news. There's no reasoning. So you buying it on the upside is, okay, you're buying it for momentum. You buying it right now, we're basically saying to ourselves, we're hoping buyers moved in. That's it. So again, am I going to touch this on the buy side? No. If anything, short it, hold it. I don't like chasing shorts though. I like shorting at tops. I don't like shorting at bottoms. I would feel like an idiot if I short it right now. So Deck, you're not going to buy it? No. And Deck, you feel uncomfortable shorting it? Yes. So what am I going to do? Basically cross it off my list. Go on something else. Look for something faster. Look for something hotter. Look for something better. Musi! Hey, this is my first time catching you live. I followed you from some time. All the way from South Africa. South Africa. You want to hear my South African accent? I'm a very good. It's like one of my I don't know. It's like one of those gifts that's like, oh, do French. I can do French. Do Italy. I can sound Italian. Hey, do Mandarin. I could do that. Let me, this is my, for some reason, it's like one of those weird strengths I have that I can do like every single accent almost to perfection. So like, what do they say in South Africa right here? Okay, let's say. Yeah. I gotta get into character. Let me get into character real quick. Watch out for sharks! What? Watch out for sharks! Watch out for sharks! Watch out! This. Do you want to go fishing? Do you want to go fishing? I'll be honest, I'm still working on that one. I'm still working on that one a little bit. That one, I'm still trying to focus on that one. We'll dial it in. Might take me a couple more times. OLMA starting to get a little weaker. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you, buddy. Hey, what about dip buy on AMPX? As you know, I'm in on AMPX. I love AMPX. AMPX is my play. People saying, Deck, you getting out of AMPX? Guys, what did I say? I'm going to be holding AMPX till October of next year. I don't care if AMPX continues to fall right here. AMPX is not falling because it's a bad company. AMPX is falling because the S&P 500 is falling. So if anyone's sitting here and saying, oh, AMPX is falling. Guys, yeah, AMPX is falling. So is the S&P 500. So is NVIDIA. So is, again, Meta. So is all these companies. Hey, good morning from Canada. From Canada. Okay, I do have a better Canadian accent. I do have a better Canadian accent right here. Okay, hold on. Never mind. I'm not gonna do it. Screw you. I don't want to do it. You guys make me feel weird. You guys are hypocrites. You guys are making me feel like they're not as good, and I work hard on them. So again, maybe I'm not the best at them, but I do work hard. I'm cold. I'm cold. Forget you guys. I'm gonna just keep doing it to myself in the mirror. I'll work on them. Oh, see, it's so chilly out here. 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 Forget you guys. That's like my that's my thing, you know. It was something, to be honest, that was like one of those things that I like to do that like I feel confident with, and like you guys are just being mean. So it's like, I don't know. I thought I could like talk to you guys and like be cool, and I get it. Whatever. What do we have here? Traders, I don't see much at this moment. I will say what will wake up the market. Who knows? What's going to wake up the market is NVIDIA tomorrow. Guys, go over to Foxrunner, click news alerts. Also, let's check this out real quick. This is interesting. Interest rate cut potential around 50%. Why the change? Whew. Guys, did anyone see this before? There was a 90% chance of success that we had rate cuts about a month ago. And this is one of the reasons why the market's falling as well. Interest rate cuts dropped to a 50-50 in December. A month ago, the likelihood was around 90%. Right here at this time, you can see that in December, we might only be getting a 50-50 rate cut. That's kind of crazy. We want the rate cuts. When we have the rate cuts, that means cheaper money. Cheaper money means more spending. More spending means, again, the stock market goes up. We want those printing machines on. Traders, that's what's so important about investing. The longer we keep interest rates up, guess what? The longer it's going to be. Currently, again, what do we have right here? Yeah, almost a 50-50 split over on Polymarket. But traders, what I'm saying is, if you are saying to yourself, Deck, what is going to be the next big time of success? Tomorrow, oh, let me scroll up. I think I just went through it. Tomorrow is going to be the number one thing you guys want to be looking at. Actually, oh, dang it, it's underneath. Little heads on up if you guys haven't seen this. NVIDIA's biggest investment. NVIDIA has an entire portfolio. They have 86% of their NVIDIA's investment in CRWV. 86% of what NVIDIA is investing is in CoreWeave, CRWV. Here's again NVIDIA's filings if you guys want to check that on out. CoreWeave, APLD, ARM, MBIS. These are, again, NVIDIA's biggest holdings. Check them on out. A lot of billionaires right now buying Uber, the AV market, autonomous vehicles, very big. Bill Ackman has 20% of $1 billion portfolio in Uber. David Tepper has, again, 3% over in Uber. Revenues on Uber have been climbing very well. Some dip buy stocks that you guys can take a look at. But what I want to get to is this right here. I found it. Earnings this week. There are no earnings that you need to worry about. Who cares about Trip? Who cares about Kohler? Who cares about like some of these other ones? It's right here. It's NVIDIA. Tomorrow after the market closes. Get out of my face. Right, tomorrow after the market closes, NVIDIA has earnings. Take a screenshot of this right now. This is what you wanted to see. This is what you want to see. Tomorrow, you want to see an EPS of 126. You want to see revenue growth of 5.52 billion. These are the expected numbers out of tomorrow. We want to see NVIDIA surpass this. What will happen if NVIDIA does not surpass these numbers? Guys, that's bad news. It means the AI market's going to drop big. I will tell you tomorrow, if NVIDIA does not pass its earnings, the market's going down big. NVIDIA's going down, SPY's going down, Palantir's going down, Meta's going down, IREN's going down. NBIS is going down. CoreWeave is going down. All of those are going on down tomorrow. If NVIDIA does not do well. So that's like that is big news for tomorrow. Little heads on up. Hey, did you sell your house? Traders, I did. So heads on up. I always like to be transparent with everything I do. You know, I really do. So for anyone who does not know, I purchased this home in Utah. And if you guys came out to the Utah mansion, you know, it's a ginormous house. It's overlooking the mountains. It has, you know, a pool, an infinity pool that looks right off again the edge of the cliffs of the mountains. It's beautiful. I will say, I did just sell this home. The transaction has gone through. I sold it, and it is no longer my house. So if you guys, again, show up to Utah and go to this house, if you have been there before, there will be some guy there that now owns it. So I did just sell it. And the reason why I sold it, just a little heads on up, is I want to talk about investing for a little bit. Is I know a lot of people always talk about getting rich in different ways. If that's through the stock market, if that's through day trading, if that's through investing, if that's through business, or if that's through real estate. And I wanted to give my go a chance at, you know, this home. I wanted to go ahead and buy a property and say, let's rent it out and let's have the renters pay the mortgage. Well, this is what it was. Right here, traders, this was my income chart. I paid $8,100 a month for this home. I owned it for about 3 years, 3.5, 4 years. So yearly, I had to pay about $97,000 a year in mortgage on this house. From the renters, I was making about $83,000 a year. And that was after, again, you know, that was my profit that I was able to bring on in. So really, I was losing every year on that home about $13,000. Now, that's not that bad, right? When you think about it, it's like, oh, you have a home, you're having renters pay, you get to enjoy it, you're only losing $13,000. But at the same time here, traders, I just want to let you know, this home costs $1.5 million. I put a $500,000 investment down on this house to buy it. I put down about 33% on this home when I put down my investment. I was paying about $1 million mortgage. That's why I was paying $8,100 a month. So even though the renters were carrying out the majority of it, I always just kept thinking about, hey, if I have $500,000 in my account liquid, well, what can I do? Instead of me losing $15,000 a year by owning this home, why don't I put it into the market, which is currently up 13%? So basically, let's just think about this, right? $500,000 times 0.13, 65 grand. So you're telling me I can own a home and lose 13,000, but yeah, you have a nice home, it's real estate, it'll appreciate over time, you get to use it. I don't care. It's not a bad investment. I didn't get my shorts ripped off, but I'm saying it wasn't a good investment. Not all real estate is great investments. Not all real estate is amazing. So again, it was more of a learning opportunity for me. I got it. I got it. I understood it. I wasn't making as much money as I wanted. Really, again, I wanted to pay off the mortgage and have no expenses. I did pay off the majority of the mortgage. It was more, again, breaking even with slight losses. And I also was able to enjoy it and live there every now and then and have fun and be able to have that amazing home. But I could be up 65 grand instead of losing 12 grand. So for me, I do care about investments in that way. I do care about, again, investments in that manner. So the house is sold. I, again, did get my funds back. And that's why I was getting, and now I'm ready to go. So now I do have about $500,000 that I can throw into the market once again. But I just always wanted to kind of talk about that, go over it. Want to bring that on up. Yeah, I want to be transparent with you guys. I want to be transparent. I don't want a home again. I don't want to own a house that I'm paying things for, have to worry about things different. I would rather, again, for me, sell it, put it in the market. I'm a market guy. I would rather, again, be looking at charts. I'd rather be looking at numbers. I'd rather have control. Patty, this might be a dumb question. No such thing as a dumb question. But is cutting interest rates bullish for small caps? 100%. Well, why is that? When we cut interest rates, that means cheaper money. What do I mean by cheaper money? When you cut interest rates, people buy cars. People buy houses. People swipe their credit cards. People are more willing to put money out there because there's not as much interest. So remember back in 2021 where we made interest rates almost like zero and you could just do whatever you wanted? We sent money to people and we made interest rates barely anything. Do you guys remember that? Well, you know what's so crazy, what's so amazing about that is that is when some of the biggest spikes, biggest rips, and biggest runs in the market happened because everyone was willing to throw money around. So you might say, how do low interest rates help against small caps? Because the thing is, people are more willing to throw money around. When there's more money in the market, more money drizzles down into small caps. When there's more money in the market, more money flows, there's more volume, there's more volatility. So yes, when the markets are fading and falling, people get scared of small caps and focus more on the S&P 500. People don't trade small caps as often when the market's crashing because they're scared they're losing money. They don't want to take any more risk, let's say, on smaller caps. So again, right here, we have the S&P 500 for the first time since April underneath the 50-day moving average. The S&P 500 has had about 4 red days in a row. Having 4 red days in a row, having the S&P 500 crack underneath the 50-day moving average, and seeing the S&P 500 start dropping a little bit, people are saying to themselves, hey, I kind of want to just save my money for a second. I want to see what happens, right? But this is why I'm saying get ready for some dip buy. Guys, I just got my funds back in my bank account yesterday from that house sell. What do you think I'm doing if the S&P 500 does get a big drop down to 620, 615? I'm loading up the boat. What do you think I'm doing on Palantir as it comes back on down to 150? I'm loading up the boat. What do you guys think I'm doing on NBIS as it comes back down to 60? I'm loading up the boat. What do you guys think I'm doing on VST if it comes back on down towards around 140? I'm loading up the boat. What do you guys think I'm doing over on Uber as Uber comes back on down towards around like $80? I am loading up the boat. Like, why do you think I just sold my home? Because I want to load up the boat. Now, again, that's my Airbnb. That's not my home. My home, I'm set. My home, I'm good. My home, it's paid off. So, for me, I'm loving. I'm at the perfect area that I want right now. RYTMAGH. Hey, are you going to have Black Friday sales on Tradecaster? I want to join. Absolutely. Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. Probably going to do 40% off everything, 50% off everything. What do you guys want? You guys tell me when to stop. 10% off everything, 20% off everything, 30, 40, 50% off everything, 60. Okay, now we're starting to push it a little bit. Maybe, let's see. We'll see how crazy we can get. We'll see how crazy we can get. We'll see how wild we can get. I would like to just, right here, traders, though. I mean, we have everything. The number one top gainer is currently up only 58%. CANF is only up 35%. CGTL, RYET, ICG, VRA. I want to see if we can get something going here. I want to see if we can get something moving. I want to see if we can get something climbing, ripping and running, slicing and dicing, baby. We are looking for just a little bit more hype. Traders, does anyone see anything kind of going on a crazy rip and run? Today we did get 3 trades already on the day. I lost 600. I made 1,000. So I lost 600. I made 1,000 over on OLMA on the short side. I was able to finish off with $462 in profit. Then I looked for a quick dip buy and bounce play over on OLMA. I lost that one. I'm currently down $10 on the day. Currently down $10 on the day at this time. Iggy says, Michael Saylor claimed that his cost base on Bitcoin is 75K. Yikes. Traders, that could be scary. Michael Saylor, who is in charge, the CEO of Strategy, his cost basis is 75,000 over on Bitcoin. Now, for anyone who does not know, he owns the most amount of Bitcoin in the world. So MSTR, Michael Saylor, owns the most amount of Bitcoin in the entire world. He could literally buy a country if he wanted to. His cost basis, though, is 75,000. What would happen if Bitcoin starts going sub 75,000? And every day, this guy is losing hundreds of millions of dollars. That's not that far away. So if all of a sudden we start seeing 88, 84, MSTR is going to absolutely collapse. Because people only buy MSTR as like a hedge of Bitcoin. Basically, it's like a proxy of Bitcoin. Saying, oh, I don't want to buy Bitcoin, I'll buy MSTR. Well, as you can see right here, MSTR is almost like a future indicator of Bitcoin. It's like MSTR has been dropping and dropping. Bitcoin's dropping. I will say, anything sub 50 on Bitcoin. Sub 50, load the boat again. Because you'll have another 3.5, 4 years of spiking. Long John Silver, my cost base is 16K. You buying perfectly back in 2022? Buying perfectly back in 2022 on Bitcoin? 15, 16K? I mean, that's amazing. Amazing. I've said the story many times before. I remember the first time I heard about Bitcoin, 2012. 2012, I was a senior in high school. I was, again, eating a bologna sandwich. I was walking to my table. Again, my friend Jeremy came up to me. He said, Sean, I got to tell you something massive. He's out of breath. I said, what is it, man? He goes, you have to buy Bitcoin. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to have this delicious bologna sandwich that I'm about to devour. And then I had basketball practice. He said, I'm telling you, man, buy Bitcoin. Everyone on the dark web uses it every single day. Everyone's buying Bitcoin right now. I said, Jeremy, I got this delicious bologna sandwich. And I got, again, a super hot girlfriend waiting for me. Okay, I made up the last part. I didn't have any girlfriend throughout all of high school. Okay, so the last part was made up. But the second, everything else was true. He told me to buy Bitcoin when it was sub $1. Sub $1 is when the first time I remember hearing about Bitcoin. When was the first time you guys heard about Bitcoin? What was the price? Again, when I heard about Bitcoin, it was around 27 cents. Can anyone beat me with that? Can anyone beat me? Sub 27 cents. Now, the thing is, even I think about sometimes, even if I did buy in back then, though, it's not like I would have held this long. You know, people are like, oh, if I bought back in 2020. No, you wouldn't have held anyway to 100 grand. You would have bought in at 25 cents and you would have sold at $3. Like 99% of other people. You would have bought in at, again, $3 and you would have sold at $10. The only way you would have ever got in at 20 cents and held it right is if you lost your wallet and you just found it 10 years later, luckily. That's like the only way. My friend Jeremy, he made like 400 grand. So he got in at like 25 cents and then he sold at like $8. So he sold very early, as everyone would. But I mean, he made like 400 grand at like 19 years old. So I mean, he was pretty pumped. LFS right here. A little bit of a spike over on LFS. Oh, my camera's down. Thank you for the heads on up. Give me a second. Camera's down. Give me 1 second. I'll refresh it. This is why you need AMPX batteries. If my camera used AMPX batteries, it'd be a lot better. It wouldn't be going down like that. You know? Whoa. Sorry, I didn't realize the camera was still on. I apologize. Did you guys see my thigh muscle? I didn't realize the camera was on. I apologize. People usually actually have to pay extra for that. Traders, I do not see much at this time. Hey, someone help me on out. Is there anything that is spiking, ripping, or running at this time? We do have a little CMCT action. We do have a little CMCT momentum right here. Deck, first time I heard about Bitcoin was when it was at 50,000. First time I heard about Bitcoin, it was at 50,000. Okay, I'll be honest with you. If the first time you heard about Bitcoin, it was at 50,000. First thing I'm going to say is let's first install electricity into your house. Let's stop lighting candles. Let's, put some electricity and maybe, throw out, Windows 98. It's time to upgrade. You're living like a damn pilgrim if the first time you heard about Bitcoin was 50,000. I don't know how that's even possible. What do you do? What have you been doing? I feel like you've been locked in a basement. You had to be on like that weird island, like Sentinel Island, like off the coast of Madagascar or something, where like you just have no civilization in any way. Unless I don't even think that's possible, guys. I went to Lancaster for a wedding the other week, and there were a couple Amish people there in Pennsylvania, and Lancaster is very big with the Amish. And I was talking to some Amish guy, and he asked me about Bitcoin. Even the Amish knew about Bitcoin, and you didn't know about it till 50,000? The Amish don't even have electricity. The Amish, like, guys, I went to this wedding. I parked my truck next to a horse, and the guy asked me about Bitcoin. So whatever you're doing, stop it. All right here, team. Hey, I do think we're coming on down to an end at this moment. Things are a little bit weaker. Things are slowing on down. We are not getting that hype. We are not getting that momentum. Hey, we are coming on down to the last little bit. If you guys do have any final questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. Sure, do I want to trade more? Absolutely. Do I want to get after it? Absolutely. But I will tell you, I think we have to wait for NVIDIA earnings tomorrow night to kind of start going crazy again. That's not going to stop me from going live. That's not going to stop me from, again, waking up at 6:45 in the morning and jumping on the live stream. It's just I am not going to alert a trade to throw in just so you guys trade and then lose your money. I mean, you could if you want me to. If you're saying, I really want to trade, I really want to jump in. Sure, we can close our eyes, randomly pick one, and hope for the best, and maybe, again, we make some cash. Or today could be a great day that you guys head on over to One Stop Prop, and you guys do the competition, because it's free money. It's free trading. If you have not yet, head on over, go do the competition, and see, hey, can you win this? So the competition is live. We have dropped the link. It's free to enter. The winner gets $50,000. Check it on out here. But unfortunately, at this time, I don't think we have any sort of big rips and runs. Unfortunately, at this time, what do we have here? Highest margin companies are lagging this year. The highest margin companies are lagging at this time. Even the S&P 500 strong performers are essentially flat. So S&P 5, a global MasterCard, why this matters. Cool. Check this on out. Some awesome stuff, guys. Make sure you guys go on through. But I do not see OLMA is still the #1 top gainer on the day. NNOX, again, nothing. WLDS, nothing. LFS, not too much. So traders, let's just stay smart. Let's put ourselves in the right positions. Let's, again, use our head. Unfortunately, right now, we are coming on down to an end of this morning's stream. As always, I'm going live at 7 a.m. I did it yesterday. I did it today. And that's the schedule for the rest of eternity. So right now, I'm 32. I think I'll stop going live at 7 a.m. at the age of 70. Or, excuse me, I'm 32. I'm thinking maybe 78. 78 also on down. My goal is to live stream your grandkids. I want to live stream to your grandkids. I want to teach them. I want to make sure and they're growing up profitable. So maybe the Black Friday sale, we get a 2 and under membership for, again, 80% off. Start them young. Bring in old Uncle Deck. I wish I had an Uncle Deck. That's I didn't have a great uncle that taught me about stock trading. I didn't have an uncle that, again, was able to bring me to, again, you know, these heights. I didn't have an uncle that would be able to teach you how to be able to trade. I didn't have that. I wish I did. I wish I had someone teach me how to trade when I was back in 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. All I had was an uncle who, again, would bring me candy every now and then. He would say, "Hey, Sean, candy's in my pocket." And I would reach in his pocket and there was nothing but a hole in there. It wasn't that good of a time. That's a different story for a different day. Let's not talk about that. Right now, currently 10:23 in the market. Let's get ready to go. OLMA moving itself on up towards the VWAP 660. See if that thing can get a little pop. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I do just want to say for every single person, every single trader that is joining us on this day, thank you so much. You guys are fantastic. You guys are amazing. And I just want to say I love you. I love each and every single one of you. Have a wonderful, incredible rest of your day. Enjoy it, team. Let's get ready to rock and roll for a brand new day starting up tomorrow. It's always a blast to be here. Woo! Woo! Hey, I love you. I'll see everyone back here bright and early tomorrow morning. Thank you, traders. Thank you for, again, the vibes, the love. Congratulations over on your profits and your trades. Great job, team. Great work, people. Still up $900 on the week. Once we get a little bit more volume, once we get a little bit more hype, we'll keep this party going. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you guys later on. Appreciate you.